as fuck. Okay. I don't know what's going on. We're just gonna get started. The stream is mega laggy, but it looks like it's stabilizing. Okay. All right. In the night. Let me check the chat again. I forgot. Sorry. In the night. Wadacoulter, you die. Bayrex, you die. And the day begins. I'll get your timers up in just a second. Cheers.
Segi's not a medic.
Dude, I was gonna wait. What? Okay, whatever. I was gonna like really call Wadacoulter Town this game, like no matter what, because I was so upset I was riding him on All Stars last night.
Can I just say,
Wadacoulter's Town to me too.
Alright, guys, Optic Short says play hard, get hard. Like, what the fuck?
Hard to play.
Get wet.
hard,
Oh,
get
that's
wet.
even worse.
Wow.
I work at a pool store, dude. That's what happens.
What?
Oh, man.
I kind of want to lynch you just for that.
Dude, look at
And
this.
Siggy's my
the
top
back-
town for pointing
I
it
was
out.
muted. The back we saw this thing. It's called
Ryan
the Porto
pointed it out.
Pong. You like blow it up, and then you
Ryan
put it
did.
in the wall.
Okay,
But
my
they
bad.
spelled
Sorry.
it Porto O
You know
Pong
what?
on
I'm
my
a second
shirt.
top town for admitting that, Siggy.
My boy
I like
Gilby has
your-
rolled Mafia. What a mistake, dude.
Who rolled
I
Mafia?
believe it.
My boy Gilby.
All
Gilby's already
right,
outed,
I'm a
dude.
little salty, Noah, that you fucking killed me last week
Oh,
with
dude.
the excuse of
Dude,
fucking.
so easy, Noah.
He's so easy to town read Gilby. Like,
Gilby is the easiest town read when he's down, dude. That's how I know he's
go
Mafia.
fuck yourself. Ugh.
I believe
You're
that
just disconnected.
Noah believes that read for some reason, and I
Oh
should
wait,
not.
someone dropped.
Yeah,
I
someone
believe
just
we
disconnected.
lost Base God
CPB.
C
Beams.
to the P to the B. It's okay. He's Mafia. We're gonna lynch him at the end of the day. So
The,
We
the
should
Lord
just-
of
Whoa,
the game.
dude. OGI.
it's
Stop
not
doing your
OGI.
thing.
Dude, Rob, when'd you get your haircut, dude?
Started again. Oh,
Last week.
buckle, buckle.
That
Holy
wasn't part of,
shit,
dude,
he's
that's
in
not
this
part of the
game.
game. You can answer.
Ah! I didn't realize he is here.
It was last week.
Remind me
Oh,
to
okay.
call him Mafia to his face when he gets back. That's all I'm saying.
All
Man,
right. I probably should unlock the meeting, I suppose.
I gotta play it.
Probably.
Ugh.
All right, we're gonna
Ian, where you been?
just
I heard like you
wait
vanished.
1 minute.
Yeah, I've just been busy with other things, man.
God, your mic is awful.
Is my mic bad?
Yeah, it's pretty not great.
That's weird.
Enjoy the cancel, so keep up, Ian.
It's like some ASMR, but really
Could
loud.
you project down without talking? Just mute yourself.
That's rude. I actually like to
Just
hear
use
Ian.
hand signals, dude.
Ian's pretty good at reading people.
Do this. Like,
This is how they say cop in Russian Mafia.
no,
Really?
no,
Why?
no.
If it's not your turn and you can't talk, this is how
No,
they do
no,
it.
no. Siggy is giving
Why?
you false information.
You know how they
This
say
is how
medic?
you quit.
Wait, if it's not your turn, you can't talk.
Yeah, in
Th-
Russian
this is
Mafia,
how you
it's
ask
like
to
you
talk.
only have certain turns.
Siggy, how do you claim
Wait,
medic?
really? What the fuck?
Here's the cop
I don't
signal.
play with like medics.
This is where the cop. That's
Right, no, that's how we do it, dude.
signal. I spent a lot of time watching Russian Mafia. There was this redheaded girl.
I
she was
played
really
like
attractive.
I played very little bit.
Oh yeah, Rob.
How'd you communicate?
I followed her separately on her own Twitch page. Maybe I don't know.
Siggy's like a third Russian.
I'm
Oh,
fully
is he?
Russian.
I had no fucking
Fourth
idea.
Russian. He's a quarter Russian. Yeah.
Can you actually speak Russian?
I'm fully Russian.
Yeah, wait,
Yeah.
I didn't speak English till I was
Wait.
5 years old.
Can
Really?
you be a
Я
fun?
могу
No,
говорить
speak
по-русски
English.
очень хорошо, все не знают про это.
Wow.
Dang, dude,
What
that's why
the
you're so good
fuck?
at this seat.
I had no idea.
I thought it was
That's
troll.
why. Until he
Siggy
said,
has the up on us in the seat,
Siggy-
dude.
Siggy-
He
Oh,
can
yeah,
sponsor
dude.
the Russians.
All right. Enough of Siggy's talent. Okay, let's start the day.
Hey, Siggy,
Literally,
while
I
you were
literally
gone,
had a
I
game
called
of
your
this
mother
series,
and
by
said
the
I'm
way,
gonna lynch
where
you
I was
on
like,
Sunday.
that Russian guy hard quit Mafia.
All
Where
I
I
want to
was
say
infected.
is Siggy just got like real life cool points in my book. Like,
What?
Oh my
man,
god.
knowing Russian's awesome. What?
Oh, grow up.
That's awesome.
Oh, grow up.
You do realize if you
Congratulations, Siggy. You learned a new language in your formative years. You're like the greatest person I've ever met.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Okay, EGD's Mafia too, dude.
Can we not call
It's Gilbert.
Dude, Noah's
I don't know
like
what
this
to
game
do
is easy
anymore.
mode.
No, could you
Dude.
leave EGD alone? He hasn't played in like months.
Yo, Noah, I don't know what to do.
First
I
time
feel
you
like
played
that.
Rolls Mafia, you like
I don't know what I
feel
want
like
from
that
me at
kid that
EGD.
like went to a new school, and I'm like, I don't know anybody, even though I played with you guys before. I'm so.
I feel
don't
like
know
I
what to
know
do.
your name somewhere.
You're the Diablo.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Penny dunked on
He's
you.
the greatest
in
player of
that
all
one
time.
Mafia game. Come on, Gilbert. Remember a long time ago?
I love you.
Dunked
You
on
got
me.
dunked- Yeah, I dunked on you. I was
Noah, do you have
Mafia,
any
and I was
townies
like,
yet?
"Fuck."
No, I don't need any, dude. If I have all the
Just need to
Mafia,
find
the
three.
There are
townies
very
come
few people I
naturally,
would
you know?
give the honor of saying dunked on me.
It was
Very
Final
few
3,
people.
and let's just say it was a good game. Let's just say it was a good game.
So we got the
Oh my
final
God, guys.
3, and you dunked on me. That means you didn't really dunk on me, but
Done.
I might just shoot Noah this game. If he's Mafia, he's just gonna win anyways. So why not just like hardcore one? I
That's
disagree,
annoying.
Rolo.
I genuinely
I think
feel like if
everyone
Noah
should do
was
that,
Mafia,
dude.
No, I feel like if Noah was Mafia, I wouldn't be here right now. Unless
Let's all
his
agree
partners
if we're division to
overpowered
shoot
him
Noah.
entirely.
No, don't shoot Noah. I like him.
No. I'm fairly certain Noah's down here because unless he
Yeah.
had
No, it's
specifically the team of like his partners would I think have to be
Gilbert, I
Water-
only
Ryan, are you
zeroed
down?
you because it was all stars. I feel like I should give you that heads up.
Oh, Ryan, are you down?
Yeah, it has
Oh,
to be
dude,
water
that
that
culture
dumb
dead,
tell, dude.
right?
That dumb tell.
That was the worst dumb tell I've ever seen.
But obviously water culture's dead. So
You don't have to think I'm down, but you should
How
think
many Mafia are in this game?
Who was his other
6,
partner?
I think.
I
EGD and
believe
who?
3, right?
there's a mafia wearing a
Big Rolo counter?
Me, Noah,
They were
and
like
Yeah.
me, Noah, and Limestone.
They've
Ryan,
almost
what's your
got
Rolo
Milo,
read?
dude. We gotta lynch one quick.
talking about
6 Mafia?
Yeah.
I don't think
Jesus.
as Mafia he ever brings that up.
Mafia?
No.
Ryan, have you been
Milo
just
right
playing
now.
Lazy Town
I
lately
assume
just so you
there's
can like
3.
look good on Mafia?
I
Is that what like the
assume
new
this
game
is
plan
all-stars.
is? Like, that's what it feels like.
Alright, well, Gilbert isn't living in the paranoid world of 6, so.
Jesus
the-
Christ.
Oh my
He definitely has TMI right now. I'm feeling it, dude.
Wait,
Let's product limestone.
Yeah, I have too much
instead of at the end
information.
of the
I
day.
assume that this is
Alone,
all
Colin. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, limestone. Leave him alone. You shut up, CJ. No. Hey, limestone.
I'm tempted to turn my fan.
Limestone, are you Mafia?
I was watching him like
That's
juggle.
really good. Do you
Doing
have
the
any
juggle
town
thing?
reads yet?
Oh, he's
Do
speeding
you
up
have
when
any
he's being
Mafia
talked to,
reads
dude.
yet?
He's trying to like look casual and relax.
I couldn't tell if Gilbert was serious with his water culture thing.
No,
It's just
I
Gilbert.
can't imagine he was serious.
Wait, what do you mean if I was serious? I had said the only world where I don't, or that I, don't die Night Zero and Noah's Mafia is if Water Culture and Ian were his partners because they're the only two
Gilbert,
people I
I
think.
don't night
I-
zero you every game.
I'm gonna assume on Fast
Every
and
game.
Serious you're gonna Night Zero me.
But who
I
night
was
zero's
Mafia. I
favorite
was
in every
Mafia
game?
in the game
A
on
little
DM,
perplexed
and I
about
didn't night zero you.
how people.
Oh yeah, there
I
was that
have a
game.
suggestion for town. We're
Just
just
forget
gonna
about
let
that game.
CP make
Okay,
up
Rob.
balls. We're just gonna follow his lead and see what happens.
Who?
CP.
Regardless, though, I think it's more likely that you're down here.
We're gonna let CP
I
make
am,
all
dude.
the formals, make all the
80-20,
accusations,
actually.
kind of vote for
Gilbert, I
him.
think your Norton's bad.
Man, Rob, that's so.
That's
But
pressure.
some-
Isn't it?
You always think minorities like that are
I'll
bad.
try it for like 5 minutes.
Ryan, I think you're more likely
You-
town than
you-
Mafia.
you know
My
it's
head
bad too,
starts
though.
hitting
You know
the
what I mean?
desk.
At least I hope you do.
That was
You
so
know, I
bad,
understand
Rob.
your
It's a
logic
valid
side of it,
80-20,
but I
so-
think it's a good like day one initial
kills.
my-
You're probably
It's
formal.
not like
Okay.
you're right.
obviously I'm not gonna give him like a ride or die for the entire game.
Yeah, I understand.
Highlight.
I
got to like
Siggy is being so oddly workable right now. It's
Yeah,
like what?
Is Segi in the game? I didn't even realize Segi was in this game.
Dude, who's Siggy?
What do you mean, dude? He spoke Russian like
Who said
5
that?
minutes ago.
I think I was out of audio, to be honest. I was trying to fix my mic. Is it better now at all?
No.
Yeah, we
Nah,
can hear
I
you,
mean, a
dude.
little
We'll be
bit.
fine.
It's a little bit better.
I formal Siggy
That's
Wiggy.
weird.
There we go. Let's get the.
I second Siggy Wiggy.
I formal whoever
Guys,
formal
I'm
Siggy
down. I'm
Wiggy.
about to flip out.
Was that your Gilbert impression? Or?
Siggy Wiggy. You
No.
tried to do an impression of me earlier on. I would have killed you.
Dude, that impression was 10 out of 10, dude.
No, I wasn't
That's
gone.
true.
Get out of here.
CPB confirmed town.
CBB, what part of my impression do you think that I missed? Where do you think I fucked up with that impression?
I think you forgot the kazoo, and I think you forgot to give me
I
leads.
Dude, I don't own a kazoo.
Well, then you can't be CPB.
Well,
don't
you know,
own a kazoo?
still
This guy
try.
calls himself a professional
Oh,
cosplayer.
shit, I don't own a kazoo.
No, I definitely never said I was a professional cosplayer.
Just did.
Siggy, why do you seem so personable this game as opposed to every other game?
I don't know. Probably because I'm not taking this game too seriously right now. But whatever,
It's
dude.
'cause
I
your
think like
teammates are shit.
I don't like how Noah like pings. Yes, that's why, Rob, dude. That's not very nice
Confirm that
though.
teammates
I
would
think
say,
you're a better player than that, Rob. Anyways, oh yeah, Noah. I think Noah's like he
They're
like
still
pinged out
formal
two
on
people
Siggy?
trying to push.
Yes.
No, yeah. I think that Noah. I think that Noah tried to push like scum onto two people earlier when he was like just to see what would stick on Gilbert and EGD. I think they both had like decent enough reactions. So like,
Why do you think I stopped pushing?
I don't know. I agree, dude.
Yeah,
But,
this part-
the fact that the first thing you do, that's something I do a lot as Mafia too. So maybe I'm just like trying to project onto you. It's like I'll try and just ping people out, and whoever has a bad reaction, I'll just like kind of tunnel and push on. So I think that's kind of bad.
I
I
like
think
the game where you were Mafia and we got different struck, then I fucking shit on you with emotion.
Oh, totally, dude. I think Ryan's like light town, but I don't like the way he's playing right
I
now,
don't think
kind of.
people should have reads on me. Yeah.
I think you're scummy, right?
All
I
right,
think,
wait.
like-
I'll tell you guys when you're allowed to start reading.
See,
me.
okay, this is
but
my
very
fear
lightly.
about
It's
Ryan
just from.
being
It's like
town,
my
is he's just
interaction
gonna
with him.
team
I have a
kill
feeling like, yeah, no, it's a bad read, kind of. And his Rolo town read's like kind of interesting because I don't have that read yet.
I told you why.
Yeah.
Can you
Hey,
apply
Siggy.
again?
Siggy, real talk. If I said you had to pick between me or Ryan, who do you trust more? Who is it?
I trust you more right now, Gilbert.
Damn right, because Ryan will just kill you.
I hard claim Veggie.
Awkward.
I mean, I still call them my town, dude. Give me credit.
I'm not
Town
losing to
point.
another fake Vigi, dude. I'm CC and I'm shooting Ryan tonight.
Those are all my actual reads on the game right now.
Fucking Ryan, the team killer, man. He has a gun again.
Ryan Town, Gilbert Town, and who?
Dude, I'm trying so hard not to like just flip the switch right now. I'll be honest, guys.
Flip it! Do it!
No.
Everyone's voting, right? Like, this guy's obvious Mafia. It's
Hey,
all-
Siggy, come.
No, you're trolling, right?
No, it's not. I'm completely serious. I'm an
Siggy, come to the dark side. Show the emotion.
If no votes on you, I promise I won't vote.
If people like, is this actually gonna become the new matter, or are people just gonna follow me day one and just expect me to flip
Siggy, I
out
don't
and
think
start talking
anyone
really
has a
fast?
scum read on you. I don't think anyone has a scum read on you.
Alright, well,
No,
fucking
I
good.
do.
You
I do.
shouldn't.
I do. Siggy, put emotion into it.
Yeah, you need to
Buy
become
my
the new
vote.
Dave Knob.
I'm fucking town, guys. Like,
Dude, why would he try, man? This isn't All Stars.
yeah, I'll pick
trying this
Kagi,
game.
dude.
You
I
can
came in here for a
water
nice
color
relaxed
Oh,
game, and I
yeah,
get pulled like 2
I
minutes into day
play
one with like no
games to
real
win,
reads.
so I'm gonna
Oh
try.
hell yeah!
I feel
want
so
some.
bad for EGD, dude.
CJ gets waiter service.
Don't feel bad.
See, I'm
dude.
not
Don't
sure
feel
if I feel
bad.
bad for Ian having to read me this game, or if I feel good for Ian just having to
EGD, I want to. Can you
What
guys
if
send
he
this
is
formal?
reading?
CUD, can you send this formal?
I don't hold it.
Okay, EGD, can you like talk about like, do you have any actual reads on the game?
What the
Bruh, bruh, this almost spelled Siggy Wiggy. There's 30 seconds left.
No, CPV
No,
rescinded.
CPV rescinded.
I think it's.
Oh, I didn't hear
Oh,
that.
I thought Rob held the formal.
I
My
think
bad.
that analysis on everything, like on
I've
how you
seconded
said,
it.
like the people that know
I
pushed
said I was gonna
on.
let CB control the day.
Although one thing I do want clarification on is like Ryan, you town red Rolo, I guess, and you said why. I didn't hear why, or I forgot. Can you repeat it?
Because he said he was
OGI.
going to sheep Noah, and I think he's more likely to say that his town.
All right, I want the
Roll
town
an
credit for
awful
reading
read.
Colin
I
Town
know,
first.
For now,
No,
my-
uptick. I wanted that.
Yeah,
Siggy's,
too
like,
bad.
my most confident.
So,
town
I'm gonna
read.
read Colin Town.
No, I'm not done.
Alright.
I already called.
Let EGD continue.
My,
Wait,
my,
did someone
my
already
two
call
shitty
Town?
town reads, my two
I already
shitty town
called
reads
Colin
are
Town. Get the
Dude,
fuck
I
out
gotta
of
give
here.
it
Alloy
cred.
and CPB only because
Dang.
I don't think Rob Alloy
Is it 'cause
comes
of the
up with
headset
such a
synergy?
dumb plan
Yes.
to follow CPB
Exactly
and do whatever
why.
he wants. I don't think he does that as Mafia.
Blues
I think it's just like he's like just having fun and he's down. So that's like my shitty town read that Rob Alloy and CPB
That
are
is
both
the shitty
down
town
because of
read.
that. Yeah, those are the shitty town reads. Siggy's my confident town read for now, and then everyone
For
else.
now.
And then
You know,
I
love the
still
qualifiers.
I
love the
also
qualifiers.
agree with Siggy. I still trust Gilbert more than the outed Vigi Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
okay.
this is my
Ryan,
top
you have
town
played
because
Ryan
he's the
Vigi.
real
I
fucking
think Ryan
Vigi.
rescinded, by the way, but it's alright,
Choo
guys.
choo,
Wait.
motherfuckers! Get on the
Wait, hold
Gilbert
on.
train.
I
Let's
thought
do
Noah
this.
was shooting him in the night. What?
Yeah, dude.
I'm serious.
Alright.
A town
So I'm gonna
champion
get, so I'm gonna get my
is the
town
real
read on Colin
King.
because
King
it's like
reads.
super good. So like, Colin, when he pinged out Limestone, I think that Limestone is like the kind of person where the more you get him to talk, the easier, especially if you're a stronger player that can like out talk him like Colin, the easier it is to push on him and get him lynched. It's not like he's necessarily the low hanging fruit of the Zoom either, because there are a couple of people here like
I'd say
CPB and CJ that I think you could also push on. So like him. Yeah, I mean, I'm also low-hanging fruit, but that's whatever. Like, he asked him if he was town and then what his town reads were. And after Limestone said he didn't have anything, Colin didn't press any further. I think Colin as Mafia would push further and, like, actually try to get some scum thrown onto him. So that's why I think he's town.
Ian's my mislynch for day one in this suit by Mafia.
I mean, good luck with that, Colin.
I like the other low-hanging fruit too much.
So in reality,
so Ian, I want to
Olay, come on, guys. Let me get some reason up before Colin mislynches me.
No,
I'm not going to mislynch. I said something towny earlier.
So my
when I think CPB was town is formal, I wasn't going to vote.
Ian,
cool. My top town at the moment are Ian and Siggy McGee. My number 2 town is Noah. Solidly.
What's your Ian read?
My Ian read is 8. It's just literally just.
He doesn't have read on me.
Wait, why? How can you have 2 number 1s?
Because they're like my top 2 towns.
We lost Limestone.
I'm saying like it's tiers. It's not like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like top tier, next tier, next tier, next tier.
Screen is gray.
So I have Siggy McGee and Ian. Then I have Noah, and then I have Colin, and then I have Ryan Lightly Scummy if he's not actually going to claim Vigi. And I'm not sure where town read on Rolo.
Dude, this is what you get for claiming Vigi every game, dude. Nobody believes you.
He's actually the Vigi.
If he's actually Vigi, he's actually Vigi. Okay, cool.
What? How? Why is that? What is wrong with you people?
That is what I love.
Playing could have 100% been his VT.
In real talk though, I do have a slight, like, I don't want to say scum on Rolo, but it's like a.
You know exactly what I mean.
I guess it's like an uncertainty or an unknowing how people can just read him off sheeping a read on somebody else. Like
they can't. No, Ryan's the only person that's given a read on me, really.
I thought I heard 2 people say.
No, the more people talk, the more town reads I get, the more I think you might like actually be Mafia.
Regardless, I kind of think you're by proxy
the same way about myself, dude.
Formerly low-hanging fruit.
Form on CJ. Yo, shut up. There's a form on CJ. Accusation.
All right, so it's before the end of day. If you exude towniness, I won't kill you.
Please don't be towny. Please don't be towny.
Fucking Christ.
Alright. I don't really know who is town, who is Mafia at this point.
Great start.
Should start with yourself.
So you don't have perfect information?
No.
Dude, I've never seen Rolo play like this.
I'm getting upset.
Dude,
This is what happens when you give him a gun. He just goes crazy. I'm getting it. Why?
I love him. Hard claim, not Vigi.
If you just like talk.
I'm trying to talk, and people are talking over me.
Just talk over them.
I can't. I can't be loud.
It's not you, Gilbert.
Anyways, right now I'm not liking Colin because Colin is sitting here trying to kill Limestone day 1. That's not okay with me.
That's not true.
You completely misinterpreted my actions, and
I thought he was trying to kill Ian.
You said that Limestone was your day 1 mislynch. I heard it just now, and I said Colin. You misheard. I said Ian was my day 1 mislynch because I like the other low-hanging fruit.
You also said if I was Mafia.
If you kill Ian, that's fine. I don't care.
Continue through
sorry,
your
I did say that. You're right, Ryan. I was just trying to get town red. But stop flying away. All right, I'm gonna put my foot here because my paper keeps flying away. And I have food in my other hand. Anyways, not really sure how Gilbert has a town meet on Ian. He said it's just because it's Ian. That's still like
literally all it is.
To have. I mean, like even though I like people in the game, I don't give them a town meet. I just say I won't kill them. For today.
Okay, so I reevaluate later.
Nah.
You can't even say I don't do that.
What would you guys do in a game full of only your friends? 15 of your greatest friends. Just sleep till final 3 and just hope it works out.
Kill you day 1, Noah. I would be like, let's kill Noah. That's why I have top 10 list so that the people who didn't make it on the list gets lynched.
CJ, could you tell Noah he's bad at math? He said 15 friends.
Yeah,
I'd have to have
I'm my own
14
friend,
first.
Rob. If you're not your own friend, what are you doing?
I mean, Noah, if we're
like
being
Noah.
real, Noah,
Alright,
real
Noah
talk.
just became my top town.
There's like
Oh
at
my
least
God,
7
CJ
people in the
hates the way
Zoom
you
that
play
respect.
so much.
Everyone shut up and let CJ talk.
I really,
Yeah,
no, I
God,
just really like that. You're like, I'm
Hey,
my
Noah,
own
I have
friend.
7
I
friends
love
in the
that,
Zoom
actually.
anyways.
That's
Hey, stop talking to Noah. CJ's formal.
Hey, Noah.
Shout. But
CJ, do you have anyone you think is Mafia?
He just said Colin. Were you not paying attention?
No, I said I don't like Colin. I like right now.
Where's your cat?
He upset me because he was pushing on Limestone and he's trying to get rid of my day one pin. I mean, You've misinterpreted what happened. No, you pushed on him, and I told you to stop it. And you didn't.
You're a plonker. I pushed on
He
him
literally
at
didn't even
12
push.
minutes.
All I
so
want
he
to say,
didn't
CJ,
get
is
other
the same read you
Mafia
have on
reading.
Limestone, it's the same read I have on Ian, so go fuck yourself.
No, I'm not calling him town though. I'm saying
CJ.
that I'm not killing him today.
That means it's town to you.
No, I'm not. No, it's not. I've just said I'm not killing him today. Even if he's Mafia, if
It's,
he's town,
it's
he's
a
not
day
town.
pass, Gilbert. It's a day pass.
That's,
CJ, how's the
I don't
food?
give day passes, I just call people
It is
town for
really,
the
really
day.
good. I love my mom. She
It's
can
the
make
It's still a
equivalent.
day pass. I mean,
All right,
It's
thank
the
you.
equivalent,
Optic,
exactly.
listen.
Optic, what do you think so far?
Dude,
Anyway.
I want to vote so bad. I hate how he I
Pre-vote.
hate how he projected a read that he would say to himself onto Gilby. I think that that's more Mafia indicative of anyone.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
he read it.
Who
What
knows
was
how to
me?
actually read CJ?
I
He,
think
Tell me how to read
so
I've
CJ.
never been wrong on
you
CJ.
projected,
He's Mafia.
you
Yeah.
projected how
I'm
you
sheeping
play
those, bro.
onto him, onto Gilbert or whatever his name is. Like you projected how you play onto him, and I think that's a more Mafia thing to
what
do.
does that even mean?
Yeah, wait, what do you mean by that?
You said I do this. You didn't. You did something a little bit differently than me. So you're Mafia, right? Like
I
that's
didn't-
projecting how you
he's
play
so
onto someone else.
I said he called
CJ,
someone
sound
town. I
right.
said I wouldn't call somebody
That's the
town.
end of the formal. Push or rescind.
Push.
Push. CJ, 10 seconds.
Optics is being a donkey right now, so if you guys vote
Damn.
for him, you guys can be just as bad. I don't even care. I'm town. Don't vote.
If you'd like to vote on CJ, raise your hand to the camera in 3, 2, 1. Vote. It's not enough. Day continues.
Maybe I should have voted.
Oh
I
my
think you
gosh.
should have. I think Ian didn't vote. I think
I
Noah
like
didn't
formal- I
vote.
formal
I think
Noah.
Colin did
that's a-
hammer.
Why are we formaling Noah? Whoa.
Yeah, I don't vote on CJ day one.
I just want to throw shade at Colin for not
That's
Come on,
hammering.
Siggy. You can't try and formal the
No,
All
it's just,
Stars.
You
I
think
wonder,
that
it
I'm
was just
Mafia
because
because I
like that
formal
one
CJ?
game like
I vote
on
or I
All Stars
don't.
or on Town Radio Day One.
I think that was a towny vote.
Hey, Ian, how you feel?
I think it was quite a towny vote.
I thought his 10 seconds was really good, though. I was voting up till his 10
He's like the
seconds.
only one in there I don't really have a town lead on.
DPP wants to hear from me.
all I have to do
Let's
is
see.
say I don't
People
care,
are
be a
towny in that
donkey.
vote, and
So,
then
Ian,
people
what's
are
your
not
vote on?
towny in that vote.
Yo,
Guys,
Colin.
I
Do
think
you think CJ's down? Like strongly
I'm
or
not
just kind of
sure.
like meh?
I'm
All right,
formal
cool.
vote
Enough
on
about
it.
CJ. Enough about CJ. Ian, what's up?
Rob's
I
down.
think
100% sure on CJ to vote.
It's obvious town. I
Guys
think
form with
Gilbert
Sumatra
and Bob
and
Alley
Bob
are
Dish.
probably town. I think CJ, the frustration he showed in his formal is what he usually shows when he's town and not as much when he's Mafia. That's why I didn't vote on him. But
Very
I don't
easy
have a
to
good read on
force, though,
CJ.
right? Like,
I've never seen him do his Mafia, but I don't know how to read CJ.
Did EGD vote on
I have a read to
Yes,
give an
I
optic.
did.
I
I
don't have
voted.
time to give it.
I
I'm
also
kind of
think
reading
there's a chance
optic as my
Mafia don't
top
vote,
Mafia at this
for
point.
the record.
I know it's been
Oh
trolling.
my
If he is
gosh.
town.
I don't want to kill him today.
I formal roll.
What do you mean? I'm controlling. All I did was formal CJ.
Formal Rob Alloy.
I second Rob Alloy.
Formal
We just
Rob
needed
Alloy.
something for end of day.
That's such a bad read.
Accusation.
I don't have anything on you, and I'm pretty sure CJ's Mafia and you didn't vote on him, so I think you're a good formal here.
I actually think CJ's down. I think Noah's slightly towny. I think Siggy talked decently. I think he can do that as Mafia. But he hasn't been trying to force the game. So I think he's likely down
I
too.
just made like 2 formals.
No, but you do it. I've watched you. I've been Mafia with you. Been in town with you. I think you do it differently. But you said you're leaning back. Yeah. You do that as Mafia. I think you're likely down. I don't think Gilbert's down. I don't think he's Mafia, though. Yeah. That's a no read, Gilbert.
So, Gilbert, Optic, and Rolo.
Who town read Rob Alloy just like very recently?
I had
I did, but it's not going well. So
No,
I think the thing he did with CPB is more likely town indicative than Mafia
That's true.
indicative.
I give that read first. Back off.
That's
I
fine.
sheep that
I'm
read.
allowed to share that read, and I'm also allowed to just ignore what you
I
said
think-
earlier and miss it completely.
I think Colin's eating sugar that makes him more energetic. So,
I ate my chocolate very early. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it morning?
so I'm not sure on Optic. I think he's been laid back. Then he started making formals.
I only formal CJ. That's the only thing I did.
You
Pretty
said
much
you
all
made
day.
2 formals.
No, that was.
How sure are you on your? That was Siggy. How sure are you on your CJ read?
I'm decently sure. It's not positive, but I'm decent.
What part of his formal made you think he was Town?
The way he talked. It's literally the way he talked.
I don't like who made this formal.
Who made the formal?
If
Ryan.
Rob's Mafia, CJ is his town. Just so you guys
Ryan
know.
made the formal?
Noah, you made this formal, right?
No, I didn't make a formal.
Ryan
I
made
said
the
he was town.
I meant to say yes.
Ryan.
3 seconds left in the day, and
Algebra
someone had to
yellow.
get end of day. I didn't
Uh,
get it.
I know.
That's actually a neutral. You know?
Nobody
Rolo,
seconded that.
Rolo would not have been a good formal.
Because it's a
I
bad.
didn't want to
Nobody
one.
seconded it. Literally
It's my
nobody.
formal.
Rolo's
No
the
one
cop,
seconded
dude.
it.
Calm
Rolo is
down.
the
Yeah.
Fidgy Gilbert. Wake the fuck up! This is the 4th time I've had to tell you.
Colin, Rolo hard claim, not Vigi, like 3 times.
Vigi.
I'm shooting Rolo. He claimed my role,
I'm a dumb
dude.
fuck.
Alright,
I hate you, Rolo. I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
Thank you
So,
so
so
much.
the town is like me, CPB, Noah, Colin, Ryan,
Jesus.
CJ,
Not Gilbert.
Siggy.
How many Mafia do you think are in the boat on CJ?
Rob, who's the
I said
Vigi?
1 or 2. Ryan has claimed it. But he
How
claimed
many
it.
Gilberts are in the
Look
vote
up.
on CJ?
If he wants to hard claim it during my phone, he should.
What are who are people
I
you
would
think are
not
Mafia?
enjoy that.
I don't know. I'm just confused
like-
because
like
3 people claim Vigi, so I
Limestone.
don't know.
I'm
Rolo,
not.
Optic, maybe Gilbert.
What is that? Your scum circle?
Yes.
Big optics.
Wait, hold on.
There
Wait,
might be one.
It's based on time reading other people.
Dude, someone
Wait,
threw scum
more
on me
than
and
that
then just like a
hard
bunch of mafia
wait,
hopping on, I
Rob,
think.
can you say
Okay,
scum
religion
circle one more
object
time?
today,
Scum
dude. He's
circle one more
Mafia.
time. Scum circle.
Okay, so how did anybody
Based on
think
who
my
the people
Mafia
are
when
making
Optic
it,
is
it's like
alive?
Optic, Rolo, Gilbert. Limestone.
It's like why I think Noah's not Mafia, because I'm alive.
Optic, Rolo, Gilbert, and who else?
I already told you why that wasn't the case, Gilbert.
Rolo.
4 people.
You know what? I'll take the town read, dude. I'll take it.
He'd be wrong on Noah. I think he's capable of doing this, but I think he's more likely to be town.
See, I'm glad I formal you because you
I've
have
never
the
seen
reads
Rolo
to
play
me.
like this. So it's like I don't know how
It
to
was
read
wrong,
right?
I've only been in one game with
I'm actually
Rolo.
better
I
than you.
lived to day 1 and died night 1. So I
You're
have no
probably
idea.
half wrong each.
That's helpful
Or
information.
one of you scum.
We can only be wrong like half.
I'm correct, 100%.
Oh fuck! I wish I had more
No,
time to talk
technically
to
you
you.
could be 100% wrong if you guess everything wrong.
Let's kill Ryan. Let's.
That's the end. Push or rescind. All right. Push. 10 seconds.
I'm in fact town this game. If you vote,
Hey, Noah.
maybe tomorrow. Maybe if Ryan shoots, there'll be 3. That'd be glorious. Yes. Bad, because he's bad at reading the game.
If you'd like to vote on Rob Alloy, raise your hand to the camera in 3, 2, 1. Vote. 6 not enough. We're going into what I believe to be your guaranteed.
I thought that was guaranteed.
No, that was
the end of the day.
That's why
I was expecting you to die, Rob.
It feels good, man.
Noah and Ryan just go like
Noah,
Oh,
Noah, you
wait,
voted
did I
hella
say-
late.
That was like a second late. That wasn't that late.
So Rolo, you give like no logic in the game. Can you just give some logic in these 2 minutes?
Compared to everyone's hand
Me and
going
Ryan
down.
went up at the same time, right?
voted yet.
Okay, I want to hear Rolo talk.
So not
I'll
you.
give my town
Okay,
circle.
Gilbert, stop talking.
All right, I'll give my town circle real quick. It's probably like Colin, Ryan, Siggy, Noah. Kind of want to put Optic in there. Kind of want to put Gilbert in there.
EGD.
Why Gilbert? Why Gilbert?
I think Gilbert's. It's kind of a weird read. I think he's more like when I saw him play as Mafia one time. He was more like he was like more defensive. I think he's more like putting himself out there this time.
I have the same
It's
circle as
sort of
Rolo.
The only
like-
one I disagree with is Colin. I don't think Colin should be in there.
I think he is Town, but I add
Colin's
EGD,
just sort of a.
and I'm afraid to Town read Siggy and Noah yet. So I.
Yeah, I
So,
think I
that's a
think
good
there's
read,
probably,
Ryan. That's
I
a
think
good
there's
read.
probably one between Rob and CJ. I liked Noah's read that the way Rob was talking about CJ was if CJ's Town, Rob's Mafia, or the other way
That's
around.
incorrect.
Why do you think Noah's
made
Town,
some
Rolo?
sense.
I think Ian.
I think Noah's
No,
town.
it only works if Rob's Mafia CJ's town.
I think
I
Gilbert
had
would
an
be a
early
good
town
formal.
read on Noah based on him just sort of calling like 2 or 3
Interesting.
people Mafia. I think as Mafia, he tries to buddy up more than like go after people. Literally.
Noah varies his
And I don't think he's done anything scummy.
I have
since
no
then.
idea where to go with the next like formal.
I don't either. I didn't know where to go with the previous one, dude.
I think in all serious talk, Ian might be a good formal.
Ian and Limestone didn't vote on both of them, and I think there's Mafia and Rob and CJ like always.
Fair enough.
Wait.
Optic is alive.
I
Probably
Oh
not
my
together,
God,
though.
CJ,
Like,
like
sick, dude.
formally Rolo.
You killed me in game.
You have people that can override your kills.
I formal
And
Ian.
who here with
I
the
second
bacon?
it.
That doesn't
Second
feel
it.
good.
Whatever.
Okay.
Accusation.
Ian.
That's all right.
Is your initial like entrance into the day, the way you were, and you weren't talking or anything, but the way you're just reacting to how jovial everything kind of was, gave me the vague reminiscent feeling of how you played back in the day. But as the day's gone on, you haven't interjected on your own. The times I've asked you questions, you kind of seemed standoffish almost, or like maybe you weren't expecting me to call you out, which is not very you. You know I always love calling you out. So it's like, what's up? You're awkward.
Yeah, fair enough. I haven't played in a while, so I think it's fair that I'd be awkward here.
I want it to be noted as well. Gilbert called Ian Top Town in one of his like.
No,
earlier
I don't think he meant it, but I still kind of think.
we
that
talked about that the entire day,
I don't think the fact that Gilbert thinks I'm Mafia makes him Mafia. I think Colin and Rob, I'm being them both down just on how they've interacted throughout the day. I think both of those guys, when they're Mafia. By the way, what's all the background noise? Does someone else hear that?
It's Rob, Sam,
I think it's EGD.
My bad.
or EGD's TV.
All right, so I think that when Colin and Rob are Mafia, they have a lot more difficulty like interacting throughout the day, and today, like I guess they just haven't. So my read on Optic, and it's probably a bad read, but I'll give it anyways. I've noticed that when he's town, I find him very obnoxious to play with.
God,
And when he's Mafia, he tends to be he tends to be more pleasant. And I have not been annoyed this game by Optic at all. So that's kind of why I was reading him as Mafia. But I don't necessarily want to kill him today either, because I think as the game goes on, Optic will be even easier to read. I don't have a read on Noah or Rolo. I think they're good enough players that they could fill me if they were Mafia. The way the game opened up, I thought it was weird that Rolo was one of the first people to speak, because I thought that if he was Mafia in this game with a lot of players that he probably thinks are worse than him, he wouldn't feel the need to interact early on. He wouldn't need to. So I was kind of reading him as town for that reason. He's the #1 player here, guys. Come on.
Jesus.
I think
Whoa.
I think that my read on Rob
I'm in the room.
you're trash, Gilbert. Get out of here. Like not even kidding. I love playing with you, Gilbert. Right? I don't have much respect for your town play. You're a good Mafia. I will say that my read on Rob's a little bit stronger than my read on CJ. I think it's possible that they're both town, but I think the way Rob gave his formal, like it was very early on. I thought it wasn't going great, but after having listened to the entire 4 minutes, I just think he was too relaxed. And even though the content he gave wasn't amazing, I just think that it could very well be a bad read. I haven't played in a while.
That's actually a good.
I don't have a read on EGD or TVB.
No, I haven't said it, so shut up.
I feel like you're not relaxed regardless of your alignment, Rob. Do you disagree?
Yeah. He can get heated. He can absolutely get heated.
So yeah, it's been a while I've played a game like this, so I have so few reads. Because to be honest, I don't have much more than I've already given. I think there's a good chance Noah's Mafia based on how he's trolling, but again, I think he would also do that as town, so who knows?
I'm not voting.
I don't know how Siggy has gotten all the town reads. I think if CJ and Rob Alley are both town, which I think is possible, although I'm not 100% sure on that, there could be a Mafia in there. They could even be both.
Who would you have formal Ian if given the chance?
Myself, to be honest. I don't blame you guys for formaling me. If so I almost formaled Limestone because someone else
like that, dude.
but I didn't want people to call me out for like fumbling out of self-preservation. I thought I have a better chance by defending myself and
Wow,
giving.
scummy as fuck saying that, Ian.
Well,
think
if
it's
I was
weird. You're in
Mafia,
a
I probably
guaranteed
wouldn't say it,
bubble
Ryan.
after
So
what I
that's a
said
bad
earlier.
read.
Yeah, I know. It's scummy as fuck not doing it, but saying it is Tony.
All right, thanks, buddy. I guess Ryan's the Vigi. Is that correct? I think even if he's not the Vigi, I'm reading him.
No, Rolo's the Vigi.
Okay, so this is a bad read on Ryan, but I think when he
Vigi
says
died in
read
the
me
night.
later in the game, that's how I often feel when I'm town. I feel like I'm an obvious read at certain points in the game, so I kind of respond the same way Ryan does. So I thought that was town when he said, "Don't read me yet, read me later." But I don't think anyone can read Ryan that well, so I wouldn't cheat that read.
Only
can. And me.
I did not read Ryan. I did not read Ryan recently.
Push the vote.
All right.
Push the vote. 10 seconds.
All right, so I'm town. It'd be nice if you guys don't vote here. I think if CJ and Rob are both town, then there's probably Mafia between Siggy and Optic, but my reads are not super confident at this point in the game.
If you'd like to vote on Ian, raise your hand to the camera in 3, 2, 1, vote.
Jesus
Jesus Christ!
Oh!
Stop talking, stop talking, stop talking. Let me figure out if you're getting any more formals. That answer is... And go to sleep. If you don't believe me, well, here you go. Your boy. Oh, shit. Your boy, oh god. Oh god. Okay, well, I'm trying to show you the RNG, but it's failing miserably. Oh, there's a 0 there. You can see it. Okay. Alright. Send me 9 actions. Okay. What's up? How we doing? Day 1. Total success. Killing it in the makeout game. For some reason, my internet does not like to be friendly on Thursdays at this time. So if you have going on, I don't fly often. I don't know if anyone in chat can tell me this, but if you have a backpack, you don't have to pay for that, right? I know you can have like a laptop bag and a purse for free, but what about a backpack?
Correct.
So I don't want to pay for any baggage. I just want to stuff my clothes in a backpack. My cam is shaking a lot. It's because I am kicking my desk and my camera is then shaking my monitor. And my camera is on my monitor. So this airline I'm trying to look at now says you don't have to pay for laptop bags or purses. That's free. But if you want to pay for a carry-on, it's hella expensive. Counts as carry-on. That counts. Backpack is fine. Don't have to pay for that. Backpack is free. Please confirm. Can we get a straw poll maybe? Yeah, I should just Google it. Bring a carry-on and a backpack. Put backpack in front of you and the tote above. But this airline wants to charge for the carry-on. I don't know. I actually think we are ready to go. No AFKs. Let's kick it. Let's begin. Day begins. No, I'm just kidding. There's 9 kills because you guys slept. How could no one die if there was no killing? 17 minutes, day begins. No. Pause day. Alright. In the night. Sorry. Ryan, you die. Noah, you die. The day begins.
Hey, medic. You're dumb. You're not
No,
dumb.
medic saved
No,
me.
you're dumb. No, they didn't.
Yeah, because I Vigi shot.
That was guaranteed. I was like this close to voting on Ian. The
It
fact you got
wasn't
0
matter.
votes is kind of scary.
It was a great town formal, but 0 votes. Well, I mean,
It was pretty good.
And
I
then
thought the person who voted died in the night.
I was surprised, as much surprised as you guys were. So
I don't like that.
I am not the
Whatever,
Vigi.
dude.
Okay.
Anyone who claims Vigi today is
Okay,
getting
Rolo claimed not the Vigi like 3 times. How are people still confused
You had
about
your
this?
chance. Double A has
Three
ruined it
people
for
claimed
everyone.
Siggy.
Well, it wasn't just
Guys,
Wait, what
I'm
did you
the
say?
Vigi, I
CBB, did you just try to claim
claim-
Vigi, dude? What did you just say?
Idiots. Those
Gilbert
idiots.
tried claiming Vigi earlier on today.
We'll give 20 seconds for the Vigi to claim, otherwise
Yeah,
getting
just
lynched.
claim now. Just claim now, or we're never believing
We're
you,
not
Vigi.
losing to Vigi claims anymore.
All right, you're the Vigi,
believing it
CBB.
anyway.
CBB, you're the Vigi?
I hope so.
I'm not believing it anyway.
Oh my gosh.
That would have been so good for town.
You got till 15:30 to claim Vigi. If not, it's out the
No,
door.
don't you understand? It's already too late. It's
already
already
too
done.
late.
After
Exactly.
what
You
happened
don't care.
yesterday,
Let
they
it
had
happen.
yesterday
You have till
to go.
15:30.
No, I
And I'll believe you
If you
forever.
claim Vigi at 15:30, you're getting lynched.
Well, fucking
I agree
claim
with
it,
Rolo.
you idiot!
Agree with Rolo.
Claim it, and then we push on them. God, you guys are
No, it's not productive.
Alright, there's no Vigi. Ryan was probably the Vigi.
All right, cool. It's over. It's done.
died 19
Fucking
times.
Rolo. If they claim Vigi, they're dead. Duh. Fucking kill their ass.
Moving on.
What if Noah shot Ryan?
Did Noah voted on just who did Noah vote on? Only
Rob.
Rob?
Yeah, and then Ryan voted on CJ and Rob.
Rob,
Bob,
Ryan
are you
voted on
voting?
everybody.
Rob.
Ryan voted on everybody.
Bob, can you go over your reads again? I was eating when you were formal.
My Mafia were like the optic limestone. Well,
Me.
Why did no Mafia
I ain't
vote
call
on you,
Rolo
Rob?
Mafia. too.
None of your Mafia reads voted on you, did they?
I voted on him.
No.
He literally said Gilbert could be the third.
Calm down. You're not Rob.
Rolo, so you were exceptionally trolly
Who's
day
the
one.
other?
Is there like any reason
I don't
for
think
that?
I
Like,
was exceptionally trolling.
Did
I
Rolo
feel like
vote?
that's why I was having
Yes,
such a
Rolo
hard
voted
like time
on you,
reading you because
Gilbert
you were like
voted on
trolling
you.
a lot in the first like few minutes.
The
That
two
was
people that
amazing.
died in the night, CPB, Siggy, Rolo,
I
and
made like
Gilbert
2
voted
or
on you.
3
Oh,
troll
Who's the
comments.
Mafia?
Of the 3
Rolo.
Mafia,
Gilbert.
yeah, those.
No,
those
you're
are the guys
wrong.
that voted on you. I actually do want to kill.
Like all I want to say is, whoever heard me at the start of the day, you have
So do you wanna
information that
kill
others
EGD?
don't.
You're not
How
the
many
Vigi.
Mafia do you think voted on you, Rob?
Rolo and Gilbert.
Rolo and Gilbert.
You're
All right,
guaranteed
Rolo.
wrong on one of them.
All right, Rolo, Gilbert claim Vigi. Let's kill him.
We're not killing Gilbert.
Why?
He didn't actually claim
I want
it.
to hear Limestone's
Yeah,
reads
yes,
now.
yes,
Limestone,
yes.
last time you were pinged out,
I don't
you
think
had, like, no
anybody
reads.
listened to me
You
in
had
the
a whole
first
day.
5 minutes
You
of
had
the
a whole
fucking
day to
day.
think about it.
I heard you.
I think we
Gilbert,
heard.
just
I think
claim
if
whatever
Say
you
Limestone
want.
talk.
I would trying to do the same thing.
I'm hard claiming. Okay, go ahead, Limestone.
Sorry.
Shut up.
Okay, we're gonna lynch CPB today because he's probably Mafia.
I think Optic is
That's a terrible
slightly towny because he seems
Why
very
is he
different
being-
from how he
Gilbert, stop
Do you
was in
genuinely,
Mafia, where he
like-
kind of everything he said was to like create a push on somebody. At least that was just my impression.
Who are you talking about, Limestone?
Talking about
Optic,
Gilbert.
when I played with him
Optic.
when he was Mafia and I was on his team. It seems like he's like thinking about how people are playing this time.
That's a great read.
I also
I
got
like how everyone wants to ignore that Gilbert claimed the shot.
sorry?
Gilbert's claiming shot as Mafia.
Oh my
I
gosh.
claimed the shot less than a minute into the
Okay,
day.
I'm ignoring it. Limestone.
On
go ahead.
who?
I also thought
No,
Siggy
don't.
was town. Originally, I didn't understand.
Can we kill him?
I thought like basically his interjections.
Literally only
was
one
formal.
person
Seems like
apparently
he was
heard.
actually trying to.
Yeah, I'm the only one that
He
listens
actually
to
cared
that.
about what people had to say and was like
Someone's
looking for
town.
different information.
Fixed it.
both of the people that I was actually like kind of thinking of. My Mafia reads were definitely going to be bad this game because I was thinking Ryan just seemed because when I knew that it was Town, he seems a lot more like jokey, or he tries to solve a lot right from the start. So
This is kind of a weird question. What was your read on Noah? Do you have a read on Noah?
Noah, not
Doesn't matter.
really.
He's dead. Why are we talking about it?
Because it's helping me solve Limestone's alignment.
Yeah. I think like he didn't really seem to do too much early on, except he pushed on 2 people, but he didn't really like say much and like interject much, which was so I didn't really have very much to actually read an account off of or Mafia and stuff. I thought I don't know. I think
Limestone's kind of towny.
All right, EGD, your turn.
I mean, I don't like his feeds, but
I think
no,
it's
EGD never
Do you think I'm
EGD never actually had time. EGD never actually had time to give his reads yesterday.
You've definitely
so it's
fallen
time.
off, Siggy. Like you've definitely fallen off a lot. I thought you were like super towny yesterday. My town right now, I like Colin and Optic. I like Colin like yesterday because he was getting genuinely upset. Like and like someone said it was like it's easy to force like being upset.
Colin can get emotional as Mafia.
But like,
that's not a good read.
But no, he was getting like really upset like about the Vigi thing. Even though I was getting pissed off about it too because like everybody was saying Vigi.
But that was exaggerated emotion.
I myself like wasn't 100% sure who the Vigi was.
I'm saying his reason.
Yeah, don't worry.
So like that was pissing me off. But I like how Colin was like getting genuinely pissed, and I like how Optic had a read on him that he wasn't like something like he wasn't going for the low hanging fruit when he was trying to go at Limestone, and like I like Optic's logic and he thought through that, and I kind of agreed with it. I saw where he was coming from, so I like the read he gave, so I gave him a town for that. Siggy's falling off for me. Like he's like last, like because he needs to do something today.
Could you ask him?
EGD,
why did you?
No.
Why did you think? Why did you not vote on Ian? What made you think Ian was towny?
Just everything, like the way he was talking in his formal was very like concise. He wasn't nervous. His town, Colin.
If you get that formal as Mafia, like watch his body.
He said Colin was town. I agree. Rob was town. I agree. I didn't vote in his formal. Even though I gave him like a shitty town read in the beginning for like a shitty reason, his formal was still decent. He's town red CJ. The only reason I voted on CJ is just like the formal just wasn't good. So it's like, in my personal opinion, like no offense.
I only got like 2 minutes of it.
Yeah, like no offense to CJ. There was a lot of like buzzing going around, a lot of talking over him. So it's like if it didn't contribute a lot, and I don't think it'll be good in the long run. Like I put my hand up. Just
what read are you most sure on, EGD?
What town reads am I most strong?
Just any read. What read are you just most sure on? Your like strongest read, like you're willing to ride or die with that person being town or Mafia.
Oh, ride or die. I don't know. That's a strong word for this game. No, nobody ride or die right now.
Cool.
I really want to kill. Okay, we don't talk to Gilbert because everyone's fucking ignoring everything. So I'm gonna put the spotlight on Gilbert. Yes, everyone's ignoring everything. He claimed the shot 100%, and he's not rescinding, and I don't think he's trolling, and I want to know, and he says he's not going to claim, so I 100%, he's not going to claim who the shot was on.
No,
I really think we need to like.
I said it earlier.
Okay, fine. Well, then I really think we need to like get this
Gilbert,
ball rolling.
what are you doing, Gilbert?
It's important.
Why is
You're not town if you're playing this way.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's iffy to me. So we need to
if
like
you
together.
actually shot somebody, Gilbert, then give
we
the
need to come together and figure this out.
You shot Ryan.
He claimed Vigi.
So why?
Are you serious, Gilbert?
Yeah.
Like, claim Gilbert?
Okay. So Gilbert,
yes, I shot Ryan. He claimed Vigi.
Okay, so Gilbert, you realize that.
Formal Gilbert.
I mean, I wanted to.
He literally told you to claim for like 2.
No, he did. He literally claimed the shot at the beginning of the day. He claimed it at the beginning of the day. He claimed it at the beginning of the day. He claimed it at the beginning of the day.
He shot Ryan, and we were trying to get someone to counterclaim because it was obviously fucking me.
All right, there's a formal on Gilbert accusation. Has it been rescinded?
Iverson. See, people are saying you hard claimed. I didn't hear that at all. The fact you didn't push it afterwards.
We're not killing Gilbert. He is the Vigi.
Listen.
Gilbert,
you
how
want
much
to know
All-Stars did you
verbatim
watch,
what I said?
Ridiculous.
Ziggy, what I verbatim said at the start of the day was, "Thank you, medic, for saving me or somebody else because I shot Ryan."
Yeah, I said no. It was
verbatim what I said.
Save,
Gilbert, did you have you been watching All-Stars lately?
No,
I got saved because I shot Ryan.
Oh,
the last
that's dirty, dude.
No, Siggy, the last All-Stars I watched was the one where Noah night zeroed me with Wesley and somebody else on his team. I don't remember who it was.
Gilbert, do you think it was productive that you didn't make sure everyone heard you like at the 15-minute mark?
He literally said it right at the beginning of the
day.
Rolo, that's cool. Rolo,
he
that's really cool. Thank you. I appreciate your emotional distress at the situation, and I'm assuming something happened in All Stars recently that I don't know about.
There's been a lot of fake Viggies that win
pro
games.
town that you did that you openly said, "Oh, I know who I shot."
As Viggy, you actually have to play the game, Gilbert. Like we're not
I
gonna
know,
just like
I know how to play the game, and I have been evaluating people and based off their reactions. I'm going to give you some reads that I think are not as obviously foolproof because the way I read the game is not 100%, but that are solid reads.
You know what? I think this is relevant. You guys might call me an idiot. I've got a green check on Rob. We've got 3 greens that provide, well, 2 greens, sorry. I don't think Ryan was the only Mafia. I want to lynch within the 3 people that voted on him.
Who, wait, you got a green check on Rob Alloy. Interesting.
Who is your Nigeria caller?
I also think there's a chance that we're revisiting him today, and I don't want to waste any more time.
Who's your Nigeria
maybe
check?
I'm outing a day early, but yeah, I'm too
Who's
old
your
for this
Nigeria
shit.
check?
Noah. And then Rob got 6 votes yesterday.
Dude,
wait.
All right.
Who,
I think CPB's probably the most Mafia in that vote. Just because I think Siggy we can just because it's honestly like we can talk to Siggy today, right? But like I think Siggy Wigi's formal yesterday.
Like, I can't read. I'll be honest. I don't read Rob very well.
I think Siggy Wigi's formal yesterday was pretty good, right? Because like in this Zoom, right? Like I think like Siggy Wiggy like reads the thing, reads what's happening in the Zoom, and I felt like he knew that he didn't really have to give like a super stellar formal to not get lynched because it was earlier on in the day. I think if he was Mafia, he wouldn't have that self-awareness and wouldn't have given as good of a form, like as lackadaisical of a formal.
Who's the green check on? I missed it.
Did Ian vote on Rob Alloy too?
Vote on him.
No, Ian defends Rob Alloy. That's right.
Pretty much
What was the Rob Alloy vote? What was the Rob Alloy vote?
CPB, Siggy, Rolo, Gilbert, and then Ryan and Noah.
Yeah.
So wow, 2 people who died in the night voted on Rob Alloy. That's crazy.
Yeah, they were trying to get him killed today. That's what I believe.
Lie, dude.
Well, I mean, Noah was always dying, but I think
that is interesting.
Well, Ryan was shot by Gilbert.
I'm gonna be blunt and say the Mafia. I am 90% sure is between Optic, CJ, CPB, and Limestone.
I'm pretty sure I get another check.
I didn't vote. I could have hammered him.
I'm just saying. I think those 4 are most likely Mafia in this instance.
Colin, would you want to kill Colin in the people who voted?
Not in that order. I was just going left to right.
Like
CPB or you?
Yeah, what if?
CPB, it's not about the game, man.
Town out of the
I think it's pretty obvious.
I also think Ray was a hit.
I think
Crazy World. What if all 3 Mafia are in the vote? Crazy.
It's possible.
Oh yeah, Gilbert shot. Ryan could have been Mafia.
Yeah, I think Ryan might have been a hit. Actually,
that's what I'm saying.
I think about it, I'm regretting.
Double stack.
But I don't. I think there was at least another one Mafia.
Did Ryan vote on me too?
I also didn't want a formal going on Rob Alloy at the end of the day, which is where I felt
Medic, realize you probably have a medic save if that's the case.
Yeah,
they
and
could have stacked
probably
Ryan.
not saved. So
Who said? Okay, guys, who said a few minutes ago that the Mafia killed 2 of the voters on Rob?
Well, I asked the question, and Optic told me the answer.
Well, 2 people died.
Well, but one of them was shot by the Vigi.
That's
potentially.
correct, yes. And that's why
that's a good point.
I said like, he could have.
That's right.
Inside the
that
vote,
makes
right?
me super towny, huh?
Yeah, so that does make Siggy towny, and also, I mean,
I didn't know the night kills.
I really want to.
In general,
if Gilbert is Da Vinci.
In general,
I guess that's actually
like
not true because Mafia could have double stacked with Gilbert because it's
not actually. How the hell does that make you towny?
We shouldn't based on.
Well, okay, assuming Mafia didn't double stack with the Vigi, it makes it. I don't know the night kills, so that makes me town, right?
No,
but I didn't think about that. Mafia could have double stacked with the Vigi, so it doesn't actually make me town.
You only did stuff like that where you try to dumb tell night kills as Mafia. You don't do that as town.
Yo,
I think I do it more. I think it's not that recon. I think I do it more. I do it as town too. This game is
I can't just sit back and not play the game, and I don't get the opportunity to talk about reads that I have.
I have a new
Gilbert. I want to hear
Gilbert and just have.
Yeah, Gilbert, shotgun that because I have your name down.
I think it's pretty interesting. All right, I think EGD is pretty towny for actually paying attention. I think Ian is town based off yesterday. I think Rob is obviously town because Colin's the cop. I think Rolo's emotion and how he played today specifically makes him insanely town.
Wait, who?
Like,
Rolo?
Town. Yeah. Like I don't know his play in any regard really. I've seen him play like one game and I played one game to day 2 with him.
Do you think there's any chance that Ryan was the only Mafia that voted on Rob? or enough of a chance that we should look outside of the
All right,
vote.
so like
I don't
the way
remember the vote. I don't remember the vote.
The
I
way
just-
the
I
Rob,
think
the way the
CPB,
Rob
Siggy,
vote
Rolo.
happened,
I think
right?
it's pretty easy.
So wait, like
Optic
so
and
the way the
CJ,
Rob vote,
CPB, and
right?
Limestone.
You literally said that before. So like
I think
so
it's pretty
the way
easy.
the Rob vote happened, right, was like
I
two
don't think it's
people came in,
impossible,
two people came in,
I
and
don't
like
think
the
it's
third
impossible either.
second, right? Like two people came in at the third second. I don't think it was hammerable, so I think that it's also likely that that there could be two outside of the vote, right? Assuming like okay, say Ryan is a hit, right? There's probably one with him. If Ryan is not a hit, then there could be one in there and two outside, just because of how the vote went down, right? Like all 6 hands didn't go up at once. It was like 4 and then 2 right at the end.
CJ was formal before Rob, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
I get 6 votes too.
No, you got 5 votes.
I late voted on CJ's because I like the voters. I voted early on Rob. I genuinely thought that guy was Mafia.
I think
but-
even if Ryan's a hit, there's one inside CPP, Siggy, Rolo. I feel like
Yeah,
literally
I think
inside those votes is really
I think
good.
I honestly I can't really read Rolo, but I'll sheep Gilbert's read for today. And then I think Siggy Wiggy's formal, like I explained it earlier on. I think Siggy Wiggy's formal day 1 was pretty good. So it just makes me want to kill more CPB more today.
We'll give him the end of day. CPB, I formal
No,
CPB.
no.
That's a waste.
No, stop.
No,
You
it's
gotta
not.
end of day.
No,
Formal,
I think
Right,
the
and
formal should be
outside of
the
that, I
two
still think
people.
CJ has a
No,
high
I
equity
think
being
formal
Mafia
should be
because
between
of his
Rolo
formal.
and
He's had the
Siggy.
less input on the
No, I
game
think
so
it should be
far.
between
My
Rolo
formal
and
that
Siggy.
everybody talked through. Okay.
I formal Limestone.
I formal Rolo.
I second Rolo.
Thank you.
Formal Rolo.
That's a good formal.
I wasn't. Damn it.
Rolo, yeah, I just think you'd be the best former right now, just to hear from. Like just overall.
If you're Townie not dying, if CBB gets fumbled, he's dying for sure. So
Sure. Okay. I 100% believe Colin's claim. So my town circle right now: Colin, Rob, Gilbert. I think Optic's probably more town than Siggy now, and I think Ian was very town in his formal. That's about it.
Explain Optic a bit.
I think Siggy was more active. Like I think Siggy was getting town reads for how he went about his early formal. I think he's been less game solvy since than town Siggy usually is. I think Optic is like sort of was like the opposite trajectory. I think Optic's gotten more game solvy as the game's gone along. So I've moved him ahead of Siggy in my town circle.
So you don't feel like Optic's the opportunity he took to talk up just minutes ago was really not panicked, like opportunistic. Like he did it to save his own ass. That's how I feel it went.
No, I don't think he was.
Rolo,
Wait,
you don't
why?
think,
You're giving your set of reads for the
Rolo, you
4th
don't
time.
think-
We didn't need to hear it.
I don't think Optic was being like defensive or like it didn't feel like that to me. If that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
CPB, I haven't really heard from. I think Limestone, when he talked, sort of towny, but I don't really have much experience with him. I was slightly scum reading him early on day 1, mostly just like a body read. So I don't know. He's kind of no for me. Same with EGD. I think he's done some scummy things. I wouldn't lynch him today. I'd be fine lynching CPB. The other thought I had is that if Colin suggested maybe it's just Ryan who's scum on the Rob vote, and I was thinking if CJ's Mafia and felt compelled to no vote for Rob because Rob gave him such a strong defense in Rob's own formal. So that's sort of where I'm at.
Didn't Noah give that read too? Oh man.
No, Noah gave the read that if Rob's Mafia, CJ's town.
Oh, okay.
And now it feels like the other way around might have happened. Yeah.
All right. Rolo,
Rolo, are you like you're not like convinced I'm Mafia or anything? You just think like I haven't game solved as much?
I don't have this strong town read on you right now. I wouldn't. Yeah. I don't feel comfortable calling you town anymore. Basically.
Rolo, you 100% believe Gilbert, right?
Yeah, I believe him.
Okay.
But berate him just a little bit
yeah,
more
I mean-
so he knows, you know?
Doesn't work.
I would lynch.
Ignores anything you say.
I would lynch CPB or maybe CJ today. There's no one else I feel strongly enough about lynching. I would like to hear a formal on Limestone, but it's sort of too late for that. I think.
Yeah, I tried to, but I was muted.
what was your reason again for not voting on CJ during day 1?
Yeah, CJ. It felt like it felt like I was half sheeping like Noah, who was like sort of implying that he was obvious town. There was another reason too that I'm blanking on right now for why I didn't vote on CJ.
I thought Noah said because of my 10 seconds, but
Wait,
No, there was something else in your formal, and I'm blanking on what it was.
Rolo, okay, let's ignore Ian's formal. Just ignore Ian's formal. What about the rest of his play? Do you think that he's been more towny or more Mafia?
I think he's been more towny. The towniest part of his formal that no one really brought up, I think, is he said the thing that like made up my mind on it was at like the 2.5 minute mark, he said something like, "I don't have that many reads," and he was like apologetic about it. Yet it felt like he was giving like plenty of reads for like giving the normal amount of reads that anyone would give for a formal. So I thought that sort of like awareness was towny. And that's like ultimately what I just decided he was probably down.
Damn it! Someone knows my eat and read now.
That'll do. Push or send. Pushed. 10 seconds.
Yep, I'm down. Look elsewhere.
If you'd like to vote on Rolo, raise your hand to the camera in 3, 2, 1, vote.
Pussy Gilbert.
That's a weird. 0 to 4 in like 2 seconds. Why'd you vote on me?
I think you're like. I think your formals, like as Mafia, are very different from your formals as Town. I think like. I think like you're especially like the way you give reads. Weird. Like you just like you're not like as fluid with it when you're Mafia. And I think like the way you did it was very like reading off the list. So I think that's why
Colin,
you're Mafia. I think you give good formals, so I'm not really too surprised that nobody. Can I read on you, Rolo, or do you think that's like a correct read?
You blocked it, and it was really weird.
Wait, what? What, Colin?
I said it was really weird. I've never seen that many people in a Zoom defend CPB for a bullshit reason.
We're not defending CPB. We're not defending it.
I know. Well, Colin, now you just die. That's the thing, CPB.
Colin, if he gets forward at the end of day, he just dies. It doesn't matter.
Bullshit. He can project town, and he has people here that will defend him if he does.
I respect that, Colin.
Well, the next one's all you, Colin. You can do whatever you think is right.
All right.
You can do.
I'm happy. Colin, if you want my 2 cents, I think we form a line.
Let him talk. Go.
I'm happy to go outside the voters at this point.
I'm the only person that doesn't believe Gilbert is not the Vigi, by the way. I don't believe.
Oh my gosh.
Fine. No, that's
CBB. I don't hate it,
it's
but
not bad.
Nah.
The way EGD tried to feed it up to him after the fact, no one had heard it but me and EGD a bit.
Colin heard it too.
And then the way EGD just snapped the formula off of Colin makes me think EGD is Mafia today.
Wait, off of Colin?
Wait, I don't hate your EGD read, I'll be honest. I also think EGD plays has been like more Mafia as the game progressed. Besides his like first good reactions, I don't like many of his reads, like or the way he's like playing.
Why? Because you're dropping off of my town.
Okay, EGD, what do you think I did? There's been less towny about my gameplay as it's like moved on.
I don't remember. Like I timed you at the very beginning for something like small you did, and then that's it. And like you
were the only read I did
one. No.
I feel like you flipped your read the second Colin said he wanted to kill me, and that you didn't actually have like a scum
wrote it down beginning of day 2.
I don't think my reads are going to
go, Colin. Go, Colin.
Because
Colin.
We have 3 seconds. Make a Colin. I second
CBB.
Okay, this is with great reluctance because I would have much rather had you in the end of day. I still believe that you're capable of projecting town if you are town. Day 1, I think you were out of the game more so than you would normally be as either alignment. And there was, I just didn't like what went down at the end of day, and that's why I was reluctant to put the formal on you, even though I wanted to formal you today. So let's see where you're at and what you've got. You know what I need.
All right. So Collins, Cop, Rob Elliot's confirmed town. Gilbert claimed Vigi. I do not believe that. I think he claimed it because Noah and Ryan were both claiming Vigi. And the 9, I think that's why Mafia killed him. So someone could claim Vigi and say, I shot them for this reason, and that's why they're fake, blah, blah, blah. And the way EGD tried to fit that up to Gilbert, because no one heard it but me and EGD.
What do you think about the rest of Gilbert's play, though? Like, do you think he's like...
I think it's... I don't know how to read Gilbert. I hope he dies in 9 if he's sound, but that never happens because he's easy to push on. And if he is the Vigi and he did shoot Ryan and the medic has a save, I don't know where that save would be, but that's where my town is. I think EGD is Mafia. I think Gilbert is Mafia. I don't understand how Ian gets no votes, RNG1 except for Siggy, Wiggy, and Ryan. Like,
I lay voted when I saw Ryan was the only voter, so it's not like I was probably not voting.
I was expecting it.
And Ryan, yeah,
3 votes.
I don't understand your reason why you think I'm Mafia.
That's the only reason I can think Siggy Wiggy
is an association read with.
Yeah, it's basically the fact that you.
I think CAB is more Mafia than UGD, so you might just be town.
So
I might just be wrong. That didn't feel like.
So my 3 Mafia would be Siggy Wiggy, Gilbert, and EGD at the moment, and light on Ian. how I'm reading this.
God damn. Got him.
I mean,
what do you think about Ryan's play? Because obviously, if Gilbert
Ryan-
isn't Vigi,
I think
like,
Gilbert's
he's a
Vigi,
weird
but
Ryan
those
guy,
other
does
two
that
right?
fully. I claim PR because I'm the Vanilla Town
Combine
taking the
it.
PR bullet, which is very
Yeah.
bad if he is a PR.
He did vote on
because
you, Rolo. Did EGD
Ryan,
vote on
he
you
both
does
too?
voted
that.
on
Yes.
Regardless of his alignment, he will claim that.
I
Dude,
technically
I
like
formed
late
Gilbert. I
voted
couldn't be his
instead.
partner.
Concerned if he's PR or not. So that's why.
No, I
it's
said I
very
think
difficult.
Gilbert's Vigi, but I agree with
Probably better than
CBB could be right about the other two.
Yeah. No, wait, what?
For what it's worth,
I
I think Gilbert is the Vigi.
Yeah, no, I do too. But
It needs
his
to be
other,
a
his
separate
other scum
actually
reads,
solving the game.
his other scum reads are EGD and Siggy.
I still want to kill him.
And the light on
Go
Ian.
fuck
because
yourself.
You would.
Wait,
You have a light scum read on me.
Gilbert, you can't blame
Yeah.
us for the way you.
very
you
No,
went
I'm saying
about
go
it.
fuck yourself to Colin.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
but you can't blame.
Ryan
No, but I
voted
also
for
wouldn't
that.
mind killing you.
If
Like,
CBB is
if you were
Mafia,
to-
his teammates are like
Yeah,
Limestone
I'm not
or
gonna
Optic.
push on
Alright,
you.
Maybe
but-
CJ
CPB,
too.
if we get an RNG
No.
one, who would you
I guess
like
probably
to
not
form on today?
Limestone.
Me.
Limestone.
Siggy, Wiggy, or EGD
Oh.
because they're in the vote on
don't-
confirm Rob. The
CB, do you think we're together with how we push
Rob
on each
didn't
other
vote on
today?
EGD, dude.
Wait,
I mean,
I didn't
EGD
vote
didn't
on
vote on Rob.
Rob. I didn't vote on Rob.
EGD didn't vote on Rob, dude.
someone said he was.
No,
I
I
did
did
Siggy's
not.
the only one left,
I voted on
Oh.
CJ, and that's it.
apart from Gilbert
And
and,
then
two
Rolo,
dead
and
people.
I
Rolo.
heard someone said that.
No,
makes-
I did not vote on Rob Alloy,
never mind then.
I did though.
but I did. CBB, real quick, what
I
what
think
do
I
you
should have
think
kept
about
my claim pocketed for a
CBB?
day.
What do you
Yeah,
think
I
about
think so
Rolo's
too.
formal?
I fucking
And
got
Bing die.
why didn't you vote?
At
You
least
might
I get
have gotten-
saved tonight.
You might have gotten lynched, but
Love
you
you,
didn't
Optic.
take a
It
good enough
was-
formal.
Oh, I'm probably dead. No.
It's more towny
Or
for
the-
me to not vote on Rolo there because
Fuck.
But he's gonna vote on you.
yeah, I know.
Gilbert, you've already shot.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to die.
Yes, you
Yeah.
do.
And that's
You
I
100%
don't.
want to die. Yes, you fucking do.
That is
Ryan
it.
is Mafia, they
Shut
kill
up.
me.
Stop talking. Push to vote 10 seconds. CPB.
I am town. You have my reads. If Gilbert is fake Vigi, then all help is town loss. I am town.
Jesus.
If you'd like to vote on
Good
CPB,
God.
please raise your hand to the camera in 3, 2, 1. Vote.
I'm sorry, Dad.
It's enough. CPB, you have died.
Oh,
Please go to sleep. Send me your night actions. Dead may rise. Twitch chat.
Insulting.
Unleash all the hell. Fury. Wrath.
Oh, salty.
Hello, Ryan. Hello, CPB.
Bayrex. It's not there. Question mark.
Send me the stuff.
Give Hope your stuff.
Send the stuff.
What kind of stuff do you want? You just want a box into your house saying stuff inside it, you know?
No. So here's something interesting. Just a bit of information for you guys. If you want to send something internationally, there are flat rate boxes. It's still not cheap though. A small flat rate box is about the size of 3 stacked DVDs, and it costs $35.
Yep.
And you have to fill out a customs form. Didn't know
Mhm.
that. Found that to be
And you fill out a custom.
found that to be very interesting.
You gotta think about that,
Yeah.
Nip and Pope. Imagine all these dedicated people that watch streamers from other countries and send them all this shit. How much
Yeah.
money they're throwing at
God,
these
they're
people.
spending a lot of money, yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention, that's like a tiny box. If you want to send anything remotely big, you're looking at like $70 to $100 in shipping.
Yeah, that's
It's just retarded.
It's
It's, a way for
insane,
the
yeah.
shipping companies to overcharge people for something that
to make
doesn't-
money.
And then
Yeah,
the
it's
sad
nuts.
thing is they don't even deliver it on time 90% of the time.
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna deliver
Yeah.
within 3 to 5 business days. 2
It's
weeks go by, and you're
crazy.
like,
A month goes by, it doesn't show up. You know?
What's up, Lunar Heart? Hello, friend. What's up, Josh? JJ. You guys aren't
Is
aware? Canada meetups
is there a
happening.
point-
Looking fun.
Is there a point where like that cost caps after like a certain amount of dollars?
Well, I think it all depends on the weight. But flat rate boxes are just your like best bet. But you can't like even with flat rate boxes, weight still comes into account. So if you have the small box that's $35, you actually can't go over 4 pounds. So you can't like send a 5 pound weight in the tiny box. You'll get charged more, or you might not even be able to. I don't know. So I think it all depends on weight primarily.
Sounds like a way for them to like just take a shit ton of money from you.
It is
like
a lot of money.
it's like. Also, the reason they charge so much is because they hire like not very responsible people that carry your boxes. So what they're really charging you for is in case that person fucks up your item in the box, that they can replace it all the time. Because when I worked for UPS, people like the boxes that say fragile will break. People are just throwing them on the fucking trucks. Like people just tossing them up there, and it's like.
There was a video of a FedEx person just throwing boxes into the back of a truck. Like they didn't even care, and then it just all fell out.
It's the reason we do they do that type of stuff is because loaders get like the shittiest pay, and they get the job where people are like, for instance, they want you to I think fill up like every day you need to fill up at least 100 trucks or 100 crates of shit.
Yeah,
and, like if you're careful,
you're not going to do that. Like
we're ready to go.
You're not going to want to do it.
Let's kick
no,
it.
Fuck the Mafia people.
Yeah, let's talk about
Man, Night Shot's
UPS.
lit.
Everyone go to sleep and everyone wake up and dead stuff. All right. Good mythical morning. In the night, Colin dies. Day begins.
I'll take it that he was the night one save.
I mean, like in the world where CPB and Ryan are both hits, they like that one person has to YOLO on Colin.
Even
anyway,
in the
right?
world where just Ryan or CPB singularly are a hit.
In the world where
They have-
CPB's
they
a
have-
hit, his
they have
partner's
to
probably
YOLO.
bust. I'm just saying
It's
that.
much. If there is a hit, it's
I don't think
more likely
CPB's
that
ever
it's
with
Ryan
like
than I
Rolo
think.
or CJ. Or
I
whoever else
was
didn't
like
vote.
KP.
Honestly, like I think that if one of them are a hit, it's more likely CPB. Like as much as you
I disagree.
think that it's Ryan
as well.
Gilbert.
I disagree
as long
as well.
as much as you think it's Ryan, like Ryan
I don't
hard claim
necessarily
Vigi, right?
think it's-
Later on in the day, he didn't like it was Colin. When Colin was yelling at someone for saying that it was someone other than Rolo, Ryan went, "Oh, I'm not the Vigi either," right? When nobody counterclaims him, like actually hard counterclaims him, I think he holds the claim and never ever like backs down like that. Like you may not have heard it, you may thought it was scummy enough for him to hard claim earlier on in the day, but I know that Ryan like hard claims like cop, medic, Vigi at the beginning of every game just because he trolls around. And I think that if he was actually Mafia, he would have held that claim because he
I
thought he could
believe
have gotten
Optic
away with
believes
it.
his read.
Think he would hold the Vigi claim?
Yeah, because nobody
Ian,
CC'd him right
I want to hear
afterwards,
Ian
dude.
talk because like the guy
Like,
gave
nobody
like an
seriously
informal that was
CC'd
pretty
him.
good, and then like nothing since then. So like, what are your thoughts on what happened yesterday, Ian? Like, what do you think about the game so far?
I don't think Volo gave a great formal. I didn't vote him because I was kind of settled into the idea of killing CBB that day. And he said one thing that I thought was towny when I asked him why he didn't vote on CJ. The fact that he couldn't come up with a second reason. I think if Volo was Mafia, maybe like it just would have felt a lot better when he explains why he didn't vote on CJ. It felt like he was just Town who actually forgot why he didn't vote. But I mean, that could easily be a bad
Sorry,
beat on Volo.
I'm just gonna cut you off. I just want to give this read. I feel like it's super important. If CPB is Mafia, the one thing that made me think that he could have been Mafia was he said, "I think Gilbert's a easy mislynch," and then he was the only one trying to push to kill Gilbert yesterday over and over again, despite the fact people told him that
I think
was
that
not
if
his
CPB,
fault.
I think
So
if
that
CPB
makes
is
it-
Mafia,
that
which
makes
I
it
think
so
is a
he
very
could be
likely
Mafia.
possibility,
Here's the
then
thing.
CJ is almost always with him.
He pretty much admitted, like,
This
yeah, I
is
probably
what-
tried and mislynch Gilbert, and I think Gilbert is Mafia, even though he claimed Vigi. So
I-
yeah, that seemed kind of scummy.
I actually think that if CBB was Mafia, he was more likely a Mafia that had Vigi reads on Noah and Ryan and put 2 kills on them, and therefore went into the day thinking that the Vigi was dead, and therefore already having this in his mind.
That's an interesting read there, Ian.
But
I like it. I honestly
That
really
might
like that
be,
read
I
from
feel
Ian.
like that might be
Right, but like
maybe it's you.
let's not
Probably
like
not.
get rid of the
Yeah, I
fact that
could've stacked them
CPB
up.
did not vote on CJ. CJ did not vote on CPB. What ended up being a split vote. If CPB was a hit, CJ's his partner.
You're muted,
Like
CJ.
90% of the time. Plus, CJ gave a really bad formal for the reasons I stated earlier on.
CJ, you're muted.
Yeah, but for that reason, we're not killing CJ today.
Why is for that
Why?
reason?
I think CB. Oh, okay, yeah. CB's partners are more likely to
From my
bust. Is that what you're saying,
perspective-
Rolo?
No, I'm saying, well, no. I agree that CJ could be with CPB. I don't think CPB's a hit though. But either way, I'm not lynching CJ.
Why
today,
not? Like,
because
why,
there's still a potential world of 3. I think.
All right, then why hasn't a medic come out and said that they double stacked?
Well, they should obviously if that's a thing. Medic.
Be the medic.
I'm the medic. They double stacked.
Wait, what?
There's a world of 3 right now.
Oh.
I believe Limestone.
Who did you save night 1, Limestone?
I saved Ian.
That's actually useful information.
That's why I thought Limestone, you were town yesterday, but your V.
Let him talk.
Like, I thought your V.
Okay, CJ. Yeah, that's
No.
exactly
I have
it.
a heart next to his name. Look at the. Well, I'm not gonna show you my notes. But
We have 3
I have a
confirms.
heart
There's like a
next to his
50-50 we
name,
hit.
and I
Oh, we
wrote
should
next
kill
to his
EGD
name,
every
it's a
time it's a world.
I
of
want to
3.
kill
Let
EGD.
him
All right,
talk.
CJ, let him
Kill
talk.
you and EGD.
Limestone, let him talk. Go.
EGD is like always in the world of 3.
All right, so who's your save night 1? Who's your save night 1?
My save night 0 was Rolo. My save night 1 was Ian. My save night 2 is Colin.
Oh, dude, so Ian's probably town then, right?
Ian can very well be town.
If
not
Gilbert is town.
confirmed.
If Gilbert
Dude, this is the easiest game of our lives.
Yeah, Ian. Yeah.
And that means so Mafia team's probably just like EGD, CJ, Rolo, and that makes sense with the way Rolo is defending CJ right now. Too.
I
think that
want
awful
to
one
kill
was
Rolo,
EGD didn't vote on Rolo either, did he?
Zero people.
Yes, I did.
You voted on Rolo.
Real talk.
EGD
Robin
and
Limestone. I want to talk to Robin Limestone. That would be cool.
Take off my headphones until somebody allows me to talk. Because I
Cool,
have.
CJ. So Limestone and Robin. Real talk. I do want to talk to the two of you because of obvious reasons. You both believe me, yes? I want to get that out of the way.
Generally speaking, yes.
Cool. Do we want to say Ian is more likely town than not town?
I'm not dying today, right? So
You could have double stacked.
I could have double stacked.
Listen, let's just not entertain that, okay? Like,
no. He's saying I could have stacked with Mafia on
you and the fact that.
That's fine. Okay, I just wanted to get like that a little out of the air. I think the best lynch is Optic today.
What? I didn't vote on the
Talking to 2 of them.
Why do you need to talk to them? All that matters is the unconfirmed fight it out. Why are you talking to them matter? Why does you talking to them matter? They'll show you their opinion when they vote. But you're not killing me who didn't vote on Rab Ole. That's stupid.
How do you? I don't know, dude.
I didn't vote on even a split vote.
Tell me who's alive right now.
I'm pretty certain if you kill Optic, you're gonna.
Let's be really fucking blunt. Tell me right now who's alive who voted on him that isn't me.
Rolo.
Siggy Wiggy
Rolo.
Rolo,
Siggy Wiggy.
Are you stupid?
Are you dumb? What do you mean, and that's good enough?
And
no,
that's
to
enough,
me,
dude.
they're the most towny non-confirmed.
They are really.
Yes,
oh my god, you're literally gonna lose this game. You're literally gonna lose this game, dude.
Gilbert, the problem is, Gilbert, like, it's likely there's one between us, right? So you can't think
That's fine. I'll get
Gilbert. Hey, Gilbert.
I think if anyone's Rolo.
Like, I think it's between the 3.
I'm pretty sure.
Gilbert, if you're town, try and speak less at this point in the game. We have 9 minutes. Let people like CJ talk.
All I'm gonna say is I think there's 2 between EGD, Optic, and CJ. That's it.
That's so bad.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Why is that bad?
How's that bad?
Why is that bad? Because there's 2 people that voted on a confirmed town in Rob Alloy, and
So
he wants to
they're
kill
both
people
Mafia.
outside of the voters.
So they're both Mafia.
I think that there's one between Siggy and Rolo.
Definitely better. It's definitely more likely to kill a Mafia if you're killing between Siggy Wiggy and Rolo, because there's at least one between them, if not 2.
That's who I want to kill in today's video. I want to figure it out
El
which one
Gamer
it is.
Diablo.
Ian,
I think there's
do you
2 in the
disagree?
3.
Rolo even agreed with my
That's
read on
so
Rolo.
bad.
So.
That's 66% versus 50.
Wait, what?
If you
That
think
you do more
that there's 2,
like book,
there's
you do like more
guaranteed at
like
least
list,
one.
you
There
list
could
off
be
your
2 out
reads
of
as
2 in
Mafia more
between
often
them.
in your formals.
Do you not understand that?
There could be 2, but the odds that there's 2 and then they
most
go
likely 2.
and they kill Noah and potentially stack with me on Ryan.
Who else is Mafia in the vote? Who else is Mafia in the vote?
Like, tell me between
who else is Mafia in the vote? Are you saying there's one in the vote? Are you saying there's one in the vote?
I'm trying to play the game. CJ, EGD, and CJ and EGD are just like sitting back. So like,
is there
and
one?
EGD is like pretty Mafia anyway.
Are you saying
like,
there's
EGD
one
is
person?
EGD.
Are you saying there's one Mafia in the vote, Gilbert? There's one. There's
Very
one
well
Mafia and a
possible,
split vote.
dude. That-
Siggy,
there's
I'm more
You think it's more
talented
likely
than you.
there's
I
one than
agree.
there's two?
I
Say
agree.
split votes that
I
had
agree with
zero
Optic's
Mafia.
logic, Gilbert. I agree with Optic's
You're
logic.
so
too.
dumb.
Optic, we're not killing Optic.
Then you don't play the game enough, Optic, because I've literally seen
No,
split
there's
votes
more
that
likely
are
one than
7
two.
town
There's
voting
more likely two
and
than
no
one.
Mafia voting.
Optic and Gilbert, both of you shut up. EGD, who do you want to kill today?
Fuck.
Maybe Limestone was just
Your,
fake and
your,
we're all
your logic's not
fucking
I want to
infallible.
kill between Siggy and Rolo.
Alright, and
I don't think
CJ.
EGD's taken a hard stance all game.
CJ, who do you
What
want
do
to
you
kill
mean?
today?
I've given
They
my
both, like,
reads
indirectly
twice every
wanna kill
time
me
you
for the
guys ask for them.
mislation.
I've given to you.
I think.
Can
So
we
that
hear
is
from
incorrect.
CJ?
Dude,
That is
EGD's gotten
factually-
reads without like
that is
saying
factually
Everybody just
incorrect,
chill out.
Siggy.
TJ, where are you at in the game right now? Your alignment is important to determine.
Okay, I think Gilbert is actually real. I think Ian and Limestone are town. I had Limestone as town yesterday. I just thought his read sucked because I have Optic as Mafia.
Shocker.
Not the only one.
He literally calls me Mafia every game. Don't do this,
Let him
Gilbert.
talk. No, just let him talk.
No, I don't.
Just
You literally
continue.
just
Go
tunnel.
past it. Go past it, CJ. Go past it. Go past it.
But anyways,
God.
other,
See, it's
other,
CJ HED plus one.
other than that, Rolo and Siggy.
I don't want him and Optic fighting over nothing.
They both voted on Rob. I feel like there could be one between them, but I would rather go with my more gut read and lynch between either Optic or EGD.
Oh my gosh. How are people this bad?
Oh, hold on. Stop. Rolo, I need you to say again because I missed it. And Ian had he had a town read on you for this. The reason why you didn't vote on CJ.
It's a bad reason. Who cares?
Hey,
Would you really give his reason?
thing I wanna
No,
say-
your reason why you.
Oh,
did
I
not
don't
vote.
remember. He did something in his formal that I just
Gilbert,
forgot
like,
by day 2.
Optic's playing the game, right?
He's playing the game in an interesting way because you can't
I
call
think that's
CJ
really
bad
relevant,
Optic
honestly.
because for CJ, because I'm confirmed, Rob's confirmed, Limestone's confirmed, Ian is
like that's a shitty way to
Right,
push.
whatever.
No. Okay, no. The reason why, the reason why he's bad is because he's trying to kill. He's trying to kill between me and EGD when there are two people alive that vote on a confirmed talent, Rob Alloy, and he doesn't want to kill between
you
them.
are so hard on that, and I've seen.
Yes, because you
Okay,
were saying literally makes zero
It's
sense.
day 1, dude.
Caleb and Otto, you guys have been speaking for like 80% of today. I want to hear from Siggy. Siggy.
You want
What's your
Bad
stance?
timing. Let someone else talk. Sorry.
Bad timing? Why is it bad timing? You don't know? Oh, phone. Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Um,
My turn.
People are.
We're not killing.
At the moment, I want to kill Siggy the most. The way he's pushing makes me feel like how he pushes when he's Mafia. He's just like speaking really quickly, and it doesn't. I just don't feel like there's conviction behind what he says. I could be wrong, and also the fact that Rolo's been very quiet today. I'm not necessarily sure that there's just one between Rolo and Siggy. It could be both of them as well. So that's kind of where I stand right now. I think Gilbert's probably the real Vigi, because if he wasn't, I wasn't sure yesterday, but now I think if he wasn't, he would just close to an easy win. I don't know. I don't know how to read CJ.
That's also why I didn't vote on CPB because he was the only one like thinking of that world. But I didn't vote on anybody.
All right, are you back, Siggy?
Yeah. What's up?
So what do you think about the game?
I think like EGD is very likely Mafia. I think CJ is Mafia too. He's hopping on Optic when Optic's giving like good logic and like trying hard and playing the game just because I think Gilbert wants to kill him. So it's like he's almost like baited Gilbert to mislynch him. I'm like Optic is my most towny person to be on confirms right now by far. I think EGD is very likely Mafia. The fact that anyone has any sorts of resemblance of a town read on that guy this game, I think would be crazy.
No, wait. Hold on.
Ian is
I'm
not
talking
confirmed
after
town
this.
as well, and it's Milo, so he could be going for the win
Ian, I'm
here.
pretty
Like
sure they're
he
together.
could be in
They're
a
together.
world of three. So you should not be.
No, what are you doing? I want to talk.
Whatever. I
This is
rescind. Go
like a
ahead.
dumb
Okay,
formal.
good.
It's too late to get it for the end of it.
Rescinded.
No, I want to hear.
I'm gonna keep talking. I'm just gonna keep talking. No, I'm gonna
asking
keep
you,
going
go.
because I have more reads to give. I think
Go.
Rolo is like 100% Mafia. Like the fact that he only got 3 votes yesterday is crazy to me. Like we should have probably always kill him if you want to be completely safe. There's always a Mafia between me and Rolo. Like I'm going to push that world like 100% in the grave. There's one Mafia between me and Rolo.
So why don't
I'm,
you
like,
want to
not
kill
gonna stop.
Rolo today? Why do you want to kill EGD and CJ?
Because I don't
That
think
seems
people
be
are
who
going
you're
to get...
pushing.
Okay, if you want to kill Rolo, let's kill Rolo today. But I don't think people are going to vote on Rolo because he gives good formals on Milo especially. So no one's going to vote on Rolo. That's why I don't want to kill Rolo today. If you want to kill Rolo, Ian, by all means, dude. I'll formal Rolo right now. We can get him killed. But I'm 100% sure people like Gilbert and Rob Alloy are going to get swayed by his formal and not vote. So I'm not going to be able to kill him until like final 3 if I'm still alive.
Yesterday,
So it's like...
Rolo.
And I think CJ, and then the fact that CJ's still alive is crazy to me too. Like that guy should have died on that day 1 formal. And someone had the great read on him that I forgot who it was that said it's very likely that he didn't vote on Rob Alley because he felt pressured because Rob Alley didn't vote on him to not vote.
So you think
as
as
well.
Mafia, I don't vote on anybody this game?
Yes, I think you've done that before, dude.
No,
I've seen you do that. I've seen you play 2 games. I've seen you play 2 Mafia games where you've done that before in the past.
My hands up way more than I do as Town.
That's a lie. I believe Limestone's claim. I think
Yeah, cool. My turn. So I'm gonna give a reason other than what Optic giving, because even though what Optic is saying is very true and Gilbert like just refutes it and doesn't want to listen to it, I'm gonna give it some from my perspective. So earlier before Siki just talked, he was trying to throw like some really airball-y Mafia reads on me. He's saying that I've never taken a hard stance this whole game, which is incorrect. It's factually
What hard stance have you
incorrect.
taken this game?
I've given my reads twice when asked for.
Yes, you have given reads, but you've never taken a hard stance on who to kill.
Yes, I've told you who I wanted to kill when people ask me.
Who do you want to kill? Who do you want to kill? Right now, you're gonna say me.
Between Siggy and Rolo.
Oh yeah, okay, between 2 people. Okay, what a hard stance.
And you're giving me you're giving me like an airball read that I haven't given a hard stance, but is factually incorrect.
Because you haven't, and you're still not.
The whole thing about Rolo right now is I wanted to kill Rolo since yesterday, and like Ian even brought like a good point up right now, and I'm like, if you don't think he's gonna get lynched, then you bury him, Siggy. That's what you do. If you really,
how could I bury him when all he's done is given one formal and like barely played the game?
Well, then why do you want to lynch the guy so bad then?
Because I know he's Mafia based on like, okay, first of all, votes. The vote
no,
looks
you're saying
pretty good
both things. You can't. You're saying he's Mafia, and you know he's Mafia, but you're saying he's really good.
Okay,
and he
didn't die yesterday. He only got 3 votes when all he did was give 1 formal and not play the game.
The guy, like I'm about to do right now. His formal is like really like it was okay. Like I still voted on him because I truly believed he was Mafia.
You voted a little bit though, right?
Don't let Ian hold the
no,
formal.
I didn't.
Gilbert, Rob Alloy, Limestone shouldn't make the formal.
Wait, can I talk for 30 seconds?
Can still be Mafia.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, Ian confirms talked, and formal's not about you.
Huh?
He is trying
to. I mean, because I want to convince the unconfirms. I believe we should kill Siggy here. This is his Mafia's play. How he just interact with EGD, like trying to shout over him as he was talking and trying to put words in his mouth.
Ian,
that
I
is
strongly believe his Mafia.
Clearly, to me, that is his Mafia play.
Yeah, I think Ian is down, but like,
let me finish this thought real quick. So for the Rolo, why I would want to lynch Rolo is like I feel like his formal was okay. He tagged on like Rob and Ian after like there was a confirmed green check on Rob, and like it didn't
Ian,
matter.
I actually like your read on Ian.
I feel like for that day, for that stance, he was going for some low hanging fruit, so to say. His Mafia reads were CPB, CJ, and EGD was the like super easy people to like get lynched, in my opinion. Like I haven't played in a while. CPB and CJ were like, you know, people could put their hands up very easily for them. But that's just my opinion. Like there was going for very low hanging fruit.
Hey Rob, formal somebody.
I formal
Second wiggy.
Second
wiggy.
Accusation.
Good luck, friend.
Okay, I'm just gonna talk right now. I think Ian wholeheartedly believes his Mafia read on me, and I think that it's not like incorrect. I do tend to shout over people more as Mafia, and I definitely am doing it this game as Town. You just have to read that, Ian. I think that EGD is like very Mafia. He says I'm giving airball Mafia reads on him when all his reads are not hard stances. He's saying I want to kill this person or this person. I want to kill in these 3 people. I want to kill in one of these voters. He's not giving hard like stances on the game on who he wants to kill because it's very Mafia indicative. It's a very Mafia indicative thing for him to be doing because he doesn't want to take a hard stance because he knows if he's wrong, he's probably just going to be red Mafia. I agree. I voted on Rob Alloy, and it's bad. I don't have a great read on him. I thought he was pretty Mafia from the formal. Like I'd probably still vote on him again if he gives that formal.
Did you think he was very Mafia or pretty Mafia, Siggy?
Whatever you want, dude. I thought he was Mafia. It's like choice of words, whatever, dude. It doesn't matter. I think that like Rolo is also Mafia, but just from like just his one formal he gave is his classic Mafia formal. It sounds good. It sounds great, but it's just by the book, going read after read after read and not giving anything in between. And it's very like his Mafia formal. I think Rolo is out of Mafia. He's also hasn't done anything or talked up in Milo situation this game, so he's could like probably be Mafia, but no one's gonna vote on him after his formal anyway. I think Gilbert's like real. I think Limestone's real as well. I think Ian's like also probably Town. I think I said that already. And I think CJ is very likely the third Mafia partner with them, especially the interaction that Rolo and CJ had where they weren't talking to each other, but Rolo was still just defending CJ at the start of the day. I also think Optic Optic believed the logic that he did, and I think the logic was like really good anyways. Like he's talked for like a good like minute and a half about it, and he kept arguing with Gilbert, which is bad for Town, which is Optic's Town play. yeah, that's pretty much like all my reads. Like, if what else? Like, what other reads do you want to hear? If you have any questions, I will answer any questions.
So you don't think I gave a hard stance, even though I talked?
No, you said let's kill between one of these two people. You said let's kill between me and Rolo, which is like an easy read to make.
I talked for a good 30 seconds.
I'm just gonna ignore you, GD, because I'm pretty sure like you're just Mafia and you're not even listening to me.
I'm asking you a question. I'm just asking you a question.
And I'm getting you an answer, and you're just talking over my answer, which is like the way I
But you're not letting me finish. I talked on each of you for 30 seconds at least.
Okay, finish your question, EGD.
That's a hard stance. Giving 30 seconds on each person, why I think we should kill them, why I think they're Mafia. That's hard. I'm not just throwing out names.
But you are. You can say, I think this person's town, I think this person's town, I think this person's Mafia. It's not saying you're going to want to kill that guy. You're not pushing that person at all. Like, you're just giving reads to give reads.
You're not completing. Okay. You're not completing.
You think that I'm with
the only partner I can think of being partners?
Okay, Gilbert. Here's your other.
Gilbert, it's me. I'm trying to get him and Rolo killed all day.
Gilbert, CJ and Rolo both pushed on Optic. Okay.
No,
and then EGD completely ignored Optic.
I'm not saying you're the only Mafia.
Just listen, Gilbert. Listen to my logic. Gilbert, please listen to my logic. Okay. Rolo and CJ were the only two people pushing on Optic. Okay. Me and EGD are likely not together based on your actions. Correct?
On Optic
so Optic is probably not Mafia.
I don't know where you came up with that.
I mean, like I'm saying, I can see
you not push on Optic earlier today.
Where it's Rolo, CJ,
he's probably with. If it's you, Gilbert, EGD,
I can't. Okay, maybe CJ's sound and it seems exactly Rolo, Optic, EGD, but that feels like I don't know.
Also, just on the off chance,
I believe Optic is town based on his play today.
Just on the off chance, based off of Gilbert's shot, if you think Ryan is a hit, him and Siggy all voted together.
Ryan is not a hit. Limestone is a hit. EGD is ignoring parts of the game that have happened.
I'm about to die.
What do you mean I'm ignoring? I'm not ignoring anything.
Ryan cannot be a hit. Limestone is claimed a double stack. Unless you think Limestone is fake, which if he claimed it 9 with 2 alive, like...
I didn't think about that.
That's just really bad.
Sorry, I don't have perfect
You
information.
think I was the medic yesterday? Because I kind of reacted when somebody said something. I don't know. I kind of got that impression.
I didn't think you were the medic at all, so.
Okay.
Gilbert, Rob Alloy, Ian, Limestone.
I was looking at lynching you.
Shut up, push yourself.
I'm taking you to realize I'm town too.
Push, 10 seconds.
Don't vote on me here, guys. Like, I've given my reads. I've told you what I think about everything. I am town. Like, realize my perspective is coming from a town perspective. Don't vote.
If you'd like to vote on Siggy Wiggy, raise your hand to the camera in 3, 2, 1, vote. Not enough. They're going into guaranteed.
Man, that looks like
all the people I call
you guys
Mafia.
are so bad.
Optic.
It's like EGD, Optic, and
all the people I call Mafia voted. I'm literally confirmed town.
All I want to say is either
Mafia voted on me. Unconfirmed voted on me. I'm confirmed
good job, town.
Yeah,
I mean,
shit. That's what usually happens in these games.
Mafia voted on me. At least one Mafia voted on me. Probably two.
Wait.
Probably all 3.
Time out.
Limestone. All right. So the reason why I don't kill Siggy Wiggy is because instead of
Gilbert, you think all the Mafia voted?
No, I'm saying that's like meme. That's just
Rolo is 100% Mafia in my mind. 100%.
For me, like Robin Limestone.
The game's like soft from my perspective.
Who do you think is guaranteed?
So who's their partner?
Either
Who's their partner?
Or Rolo. Yeah, exactly. Not talking to you, Rolo. I'm talking to Limestone and Bob.
Wait, how am I just with you guys? I want to kill both of you guys.
Literally, the only thing I know about Robin Limestone is they want to kill Siggy. That's it.
Let Rob talk.
I have to believe Mafia voted.
I formal Rolo.
Don't please let it confirmed hold it. Siggy.
Like Limestone, who do you want to fucking kill, dude? I've never heard you say anything about killing anybody.
Former Rolo.
Second Rolo.
Formal on Rolo accusation.
This is going to be a horrible accusation, but I have to believe Mafia voted on me, and I think Siggy did a halfway decent job of protecting them.
Fuck you, Rob.
I don't think he did. I think I'm surprised that
I'm wrong.
Rolo, that was an amazing.
Rob, I'm surprised like people, you and Ian. I mean, the only X factor here is if Mafia and Gilbert double stacked Ryan and Ian's like not actually confirmed.
I've already brought that up.
That could be a potential partner with like Siggy, Optic, Ian. If I'm wrong about EGD, I think EGD and Siggy, they feel like they were together and they had a distance because of the mechanical nature of the game. I actually think CJ's probably town. I think of the unconfirmed now. If I put Ian like sort of in the middle, I think CJ's probably my next town after that. Like we can't kill Siggy now. We should kill Optic or EGD. I think Siggy is town. I think of the unconfirmed now. If I put Ian like sort of in the middle, I think CJ's probably my next town after that. Like we can't kill Siggy now. We should kill Optic or EGD. I think Siggy is town. I think of the unconfirmed now. If I put Ian like sort of in the middle, I think CJ's probably my next town after that. Like we can't kill Siggy now. We should kill Optic or EGD. Like those are where I'm looking for the lynches. I think Siggy just talked for like he like spit out his reads in like a minute and a half, and then he had nothing really left to say, and he just kept filibustering about the same things.
Thank
He
you for
actually
describing my town
he actually
formals.
lied about my. He either lied or just completely misrepresented my read on Optic.
Dude, those are his town formals.
I've read Optic Town for most of the game, but now the way it's played out, like I have to believe he's with Siggy. I know
Formal timer poke.
the only thing that makes sense to me there is if Siggy.
It's about a minute and a half.
Like Siggy can't be Town. So like you guys just the confirms just missed on Siggy there, and like if you guys vote me now, we're probably just gonna lose to like Siggy Optic +1. It could be. I mean, I think it's probably EGD. I don't think it makes sense that CJ's their partner.
That's why I wanted to talk to fucking Limezone and Rob.
Ian's something that you guys might have to figure out if you somehow avoid lynching me and get EGD or Optic today.
Rollo, why?
It's something you're gonna have to figure out later.
Rollo, why do you want to kill me when
you're muted, Lime?
Dude, I'm scared about not voting now.
Rollo,
but like, I think how nobody seconded my formal on Rollo first was really scummy.
No, it wasn't because
today.
I'm trying to solve the fucking game.
Gilbert, let me talk for a second. I've been very clear. My stance today has been very clear. I wanted to kill Siggy and EGD. I wasn't super set on the order. EGD, I thought you were like a bit scummier coming into the day. That's where I was at. I think Siggy's played this day very scummy. I think EGD, the one you trying to like get me to like Ian made a very clear point about me forgetting what I no voted CJ for, and then you like brought it back up again today as if
it was important to me. No, it was
as
important
if I
to
would
me.
suddenly
I just
remember it again. Like I think that's just you pushing scum on me for a very bad reason.
When I gave the 30 seconds on you, I didn't include that point. I threw it away. I'm like,
no,
you
but
forgot.
I just don't understand why you brought it up in the first place. Like if I remembered, it's something I would talk about.
If you said you didn't remember the first time, I didn't hear it. That's why I asked.
I thought you fully acknowledged it the first time. Whatever.
No, I heard you say something about it.
Like I don't know. The game's sort of easy now from my perspective. I don't know what else I can.
Yeah, it's 3 out of 4 people.
I don't know what else I can do to project Town to you guys. Other than like I can just reiterate my reads are the way they are. Like that's really it. Honestly, I think. I'm baffled that you guys were scum reading Siggy for basically a day and a half, and that formal changed your mind. He was just filibustering for like half the formal.
How do you want to kill me when I want to kill Siggy so bad?
I think you could still be partners because
no distancing. I want to kill him so bad.
Yeah, something I just want to say in general for the two other confirmed
hands are down on
EGD has to be Mafia with either of them, correct?
No, that's incorrect.
Because they're both like shitting on him. He's either confirmed Town compared to everybody else, or he's absolutely Mafia
hold on. Rollo and Gilbert, how is Siggy shitting on me when he refuses to answer the second half of my question?
I answered your question, and then you kept talking. I answered your question again.
You guys have pushed each other, and you've also both pushed me today. Like we're all in this like triangle.
I think you're
telling
me that
I'm the one. Siggy somehow faded the lynch. I have no idea how, and now I'm the one like in the crosshairs. Yeah, I know you're both gonna fucking vote.
I'm still voting.
Wow, what a miracle! I can't believe we got to this spot. We're both the Mafia who are pushing on each.
Would you like to push or rescind? Push. You have 10 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna assume you started the formal late or whatever. Yeah, I'm Town. If you vote, we're gonna lose. That's it.
He did start the formal late.
If you'd like to vote on Rollo, raise your hand to the camera in 3, 2, 1, vote. Or is not enough.
Ian,
we're killing
Please
EGD.
don't talk.
Oh,
do not talk.
I'm not
do
going
not
for
talk.
the hammer. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Oh, sorry.
Are you guys?
All right. Apparently, we don't know what "don't talk" means. You have RNG 0 formals. Please go to sleep. Man. It's random.org broken. We're getting goose eggs. That's 3 in a row. Ripperino.
We didn't know there was a 0 for
No.
day 2.
No. You're talking about the game.
Juicy random action.
It's like, it's like you could use those other 2 formals before RNG to kill people.
Shh. What are you doing? What are you doing? You had a worse button.
What? I mean,
I don't think this is
how
a
does town?
legit
It's
game,
not.
guys.
It's like
You're the one
common
that's
sense.
supposed to say don't talk about
How the
game
fuck?
stuff.
I'm not talking about this game. I'm talking about games in general. How the
Yeah,
fuck
I
does
know,
town
but it's
ever
like-
expect to win any game ever by sleeping 2 nights in a row or 2 nights?
You need to understand that players will interpret anything. You know this. You interpret anything a mod says as OGI and them slipping.
Oh no, guys.
I've said something completely unrelated to games before, and people have gone, "You see what Colin did there? He told us. Now we know you're Mafia. Colin just told us."
Because toast.
Nothing I said was game related.
Yeah, we're targeting the medic here and harassing the medic who's Mafia now because Colin just told us.
La di da, la da da da.
Oh,
What a game.
I was gonna say that, but what I actually meant was what a day, like in general.
What a night.
But it's because all I've done today is woke up in the morning feeling like P Diddy.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I've
don't.
got a life-size
Stop.
doll of P Diddy in my
Believing.
bed. That's
Grab your
why I felt
glasses. You out the door.
Yeah, man.
You gonna hit the city?
I'm gonna rock this city. They are not on straight, and I don't care. That's how bold I am. I love these glasses when I was fat, but now that I'm less fat and just like flob, they're massive on me. So I need new glasses. However, I recently had to pay for ceiling repairs, as the 3 people that watch my stream know. Halfway through Slime Rancher, I think it was, it just decided to start dripping from the heavy rain. So that was fun.
I'm eating Cookie Crisp.
You're eating Cookie Crisp. I had Cheerios, and they've grown on me now that I've had time to reflect. I think it's a good thing that I eat cereal without putting a spoonful of sugar on them.
Cookie Crisp is just like dessert.
I love Frosties. Frosties are
Frosties,
really good,
yeah,
CBB. Cookie Crisps, I had them as a child, and I was just like, I don't understand why I'd want them. They're just crunchy bits of biscuit.
They're just
in.
little cookies.
They're not cookies, they're biscuits. That's another thing. They're biscuits trying to masquerade as cookies. It's disgraceful behavior.
They're tiny, tiny cookies.
I am weird, and I like to make my cereal, go back to it 5 minutes later, and eat it soggy.
Oh, so you're one of those people.
So
that
yeah,
like
these
soggy
people at Kellogg's that are like, oh, we're working on technology to keep our cornflakes crispier for longer. Fuck off! You're wasting my time.
Soggy cereal is disgusting. What's up, Jenny Hell? Hey, girl.
Really soggy cereal
Like,
is.
who wants crispy cereal? I mean, gotta have.
I
it
don't
well.
like crispy, crunchy things. I tend to like soft, malleable things in my mouth. Well,
like aluminum foil.
No.
I love that aluminum foil. I will eat aluminum foil right now, guys.
No, no. What are you doing? My teeth are actually tingling. Please behave yourselves, children. Did you
Oh,
enjoy your
could be
extra
worse, I
eggs
could eat a
yesterday,
pen.
Pope?
What?
Did you enjoy your extra eggs yesterday?
Extra eggs?
Yeah, I wasted a bunch of gems on that terrible power up. That just
Oh
gives you
yeah, I
one.
noticed that. I was like, wow, thanks, Colin.
It's so weak though for what you get. Even if everyone in the guild gets the usage that I did, because I mean I used up all my berries and just went
Yeah, that was nice
crazy
of you.
yesterday.
That was very nice of you.
I had like 15,000 coins stored up, so I got my level 5 bird all leveled because it was Black Day. Black Day. And
Black
that's-
Friday.
No, just Black
We
Bonus
have
Day.
AFK and then we will go.
Who the fuck's going AFK? Get your ass back here, boy.
Nah.
One AFK and then we will
Duke!
go.
Did Skype tell the truth to me?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is Duke here? What's up,
Duke
Duke
is in
Star?
Chat. Chatting.
This night chat. How are the games tonight? Well, this is game 1, Duke. And it's been a hoot.
Your flight got cancelled?
been a
Where are you
woo
flying
circle.
to? Oh shit, you're flying today to Florida, I want to say. I want to say Duke's going to Florida.
Florida.
But I could be completely wrong. I'm really bad at remembering things.
Flight got canceled. Car broke down. Sad life.
Happy birthday, you're getting old. You're no longer a child.
Okay, I think we're waiting.
That was very depressing.
I think
Why
we're
is that
waiting on one
depressing?
AFK still.
What's depressing is how young Duke is and how amazing he is. It makes me feel like my life is even more of a shambles than
Alright,
it
we're
is.
good to go.
Hey!
Dead be dead, alive be alive.
Go win town. Ha!
Happy birthday, Duke. Thanks for being born. Appreciate you.
Happy birthday, Duke.
Alright. XSplit broadcaster, stop formal. Stop day. 14 minutes. I'm sorry, I always forget to remember. I never write down the names, so. In the night. Ian, you die. Limestone, you die. Day begins.
Gilbert, what was going through your mind, Gilbert?
What was going through my mind? What?
When you did that little pussy delay
Gilbert's
vote
a
and you didn't
pussy
actually just
voter.
vote on Rolo.
Oh, because I didn't want to vote on Rolo. To be fucking honest, I think it's way too convenient that the world is literally Rolo, LGD, or EGD, and CJ. I think that's way too fucking obvious. I think that's way too easy. I don't think the game is a fucking Occam's razor right now. I don't think that in any regard.
I think you're
I'm
the only
literally
one.
like my
Gilbert,
mind.
You're the
hurts.
only one reading the game like that. Gilbert, you're the
This is
only
why-
one
this
reading
is
the
why,
game like
like,
that.
Well, because for me,
this is why it's so annoying to play with
yesterday-
Gilbert. When the game's like over, it's not over.
Yeah.
Wait, so who am I? Yeah, EGD and Siggy are like just. So Siggy, who are my partners? Tell me.
Your partners are exactly EGD and CJ.
Right.
You tried to hammer me
because,
to win.
like,
EGD
like,
realized.
here's
EGD
how you guys
realized
can get there. I'll tell you
he
how
couldn't win. He thought you would die
I'll
every time after my formal was so
I'll
towny.
actually
and how
tell
amazing it
you
was.
how Town can pull this out of the fire. Siggy and Optic are just hard aligning, and EGD and Siggy were pushing on each other today or yesterday.
I agree. Optic
and
needs
now
to be
they're
town
like
here today.
all like yeah.
For my
now
town
they're
read to
like
make sense
basically
on it.
aligning to start the
Because
day.
like
Wait, to be fucking
and
blunt,
wait,
because
all
like
I
because I feel
wanted
like
to
Optic
hear
is like not
yesterday-
playing as
You just
towny as
okay.
everyone
Wait,
else.
Rolo.
Who
I have a
lives
question
or
for you.
wanted to
Rolo,
The fact that he didn't vote on me means he's like very likely towny.
I'm gonna point something out. I'm gonna point something out. I'm gonna point something out as to why me, Siggy Wiggy, El Gamer, Diablo does not make sense. So yesterday, when the formal was put on Siggy Wiggy, and I tried to formal Rolo first, right? I said I formal Rolo. Someone said I formal Siggy Wiggy, and then El Gamer Diablo seconded the formal on Siggy Wiggy, not on you, Rolo. No. We kill you because if we kill you and then he votes on you, the game is over.
Actually,
The game
That's actually fucking
is
incorrect.
over.
You fucking ignorant prick. That is
Holy
incorrect.
shit,
Because
Gilbert,
three
you're so
people.
cancer.
No,
You're so
shut up,
cancer.
Optic. 3 people said we're not letting Optic hold the goddamn formal because he's not confirmed town. So it wasn't until Rob Alloy said I formal Siggy
Gilbert,
Wiggy
you're so
that anybody
cancer.
seconded. So shut the fuck up.
Oh my god. All right.
Why doesn't my
damn.
partner second my formal there? Why doesn't he?
Because he looks incriminated as fucking Mafia.
Oh yeah, he doesn't look incriminated because he voted with his two partners. Oh my gosh, dude. Gilbert, dude, your head is screwed on 180 degrees.
I'm actually glad you didn't vote.
Oh my god.
EGD,
How do you win a
did you vote a
game?
second or two
How do you
votes?
win a game like this?
Optic,
You
the
literally
game is
can't win.
easy,
Yeah,
right?
I waited about
Because
a
all the game was for you yesterday was
you
picking 3 out of 4 people as Mafia.
He's
That's
winning
really
the
fucking
hammer.
easy, isn't
I
it?
was what? I was killing.
I literally explained the logic to you. It's literally like so. It was literally such good logic, and you just were like,
I'm not going to
I'm
yell
not gonna
this whole
listen to
day,
it.
just so you guys know. I'm not going to yell
Like, no,
for this.
all I'm
Like,
gonna say is like
from
all
my
I wanted to
perspective,
fucking hear yesterday
the
was
game's
what
not hard.
Limestone had for reasons.
You guys
That's all I
can shoot
wanted.
each other for the whole
It
day.
doesn't matter.
Why do his reads matter?
I'm not
Can you
gonna
tell me
go
why his
through
reads
it.
matter?
Just so you
I
know.
agree, Rolla. I'm tired.
I don't want to hear
Alright,
at the end of the day
kids.
that I've done
Alright,
nothing, but
kids.
I'm not going to yell over you guys today.
All right,
So that's-
Gilbert's done talking for today, I think. Okay, Rolo, I want to know how you think I'm aligning with Siggy Wiggy. That's the
No,
first thing that
I
came
just
out of your
meant
mouth.
I just meant that first little bit where
He
you
thinks-
two were like,
Oh,
you two
man.
were like cracking
yeah, because we're
jokes at each
laughing at
other.
what Gilbert.
It's a subtle slip.
Maybe
I
I'm wrong,
think.
Optic.
Oh my god, we're laughing at what Gilbert said or something. It's something dumb that was said at the beginning of the day.
Okay, just
I'm
kidding,
not
just kidding.
aligning with him. I still want to kill Siggy Wiggy.
Okay, I'm just gonna go through my
I do
thought
too.
process
I wanna
there.
kill
Right
both of
away,
you.
I was like,
Okay,
Rolo
no.
EGD. That does not seem like partner and partner interaction. Then like what EGD
You
said
can't
at the
put
end
me
there,
with
I
Siggy
kinda
or
started to
EGD. That's
think it
why
was
I'm just
partner on
the
partner.
town.
You
I was
can't
thinking
put me with
maybe
Siggy.
I was wrong, Optic, but no.
Your reason for
That
putting
was-
me with
that was
Siggy
that
is
was
so
my
bad.
bad.
You're saying I was distancing from him yesterday when I want to hard
Yesterday,
kill
you
him.
guys were,
today.
yeah, and then the
I want to
EOD
hard kill
went-
him.
The
Okay.
EOD formal went on him.
So then-
Somehow he got no confirmed town votes on him.
I voted.
And then the
I
formal
voted.
landed on me. And the only reason you guys
3
didn't get me
unconfirmed
lynched
vote
is
on
because
me.
the confirmed
I
voted on
voted.
me.
It's not my fault. Rob Alloy doesn't fucking.
If Rolo was town, I think he would have evaluated that EGD would not be the partner with
You
me.
just
Maybe
confirmed Mafia from my perspective.
Hold on, EGD. You could be okay, EG. I'm just gonna throw this out there. Like, there is a world where it's like we're both town. Optic doesn't hammer me because I'm reading him towny. Okay, and that makes sense why Rolo wants to kill you. That interaction like makes sense. But that's
Wait,
like
you think I slow roll? You think I slow roll?
Could not have hammered you. There was 9 people alive. He would have been the 4th vote. Not a hammer.
3 people voted on you, dude.
That makes, but yeah, but that's why he's not voting on me.
No, it was just the Mafia team that voted on Siggy, you guys.
I thought it was that easy at the time.
Dude, it's
I'm
really
just saying, I'm
easy.
just throwing that world out there, EGD. Like, it's not like impossible. I think that's like a completely like.
Rob, what do you think? Because I don't.
Especially with the way you and Rolo interacted today, I kind of believe that's not.
That's what I
partner.
think.
I'm sorry, what?
You think what?
I think I did vote on Mafia yesterday.
On Rolo?
You didn't
Did
vote
you
on
not vote
Mafia.
on Rolo?
Good job.
I'm not sure which one it is.
Good job.
You know on me or Rolo.
Siggy, dude.
I'm glad you didn't vote on both of them, Rob Alloy. Good job.
Why are you glad he didn't vote on Siggy?
No, that was ironic.
Oh, what?
Or sarcastic.
All right. I mean, we're just whatever. I think we should kill each other.
I think
if you guys decide you want,
I think we should just take a dice. Gilbert, I think we should take a dice.
I just want to talk to Rolo right now.
Rob Alloy, I hate that you played the game that way.
I'm just gonna talk with you for 5 minutes.
I think it's rarely CJ and Optic. So honestly, like,
I think Rolo. Take a step back with me. Let's take a step back together and look at the situation. How are you saying, if by your logic, if I was distancing from my partner Siggy yesterday, today I would just be like, oh, I think you're
I agree with EGD.
No, I don't think
agree with EGD.
When I said you were aligning, I said
this
it was
is like this is so dumb.
that one thing you did.
Yeah, no.
Rolo, you can't think we're partners together.
Throw that
no, I
thing that
can
happened
actually
in the
think
beginning.
you're partners together.
Throw that thing that happened in the beginning.
That's what makes
and
you
throw
think
it
he's
away. Throw it in the trash. I'm just saying, by your logic,
you guys see how this is like circular logic, right?
No, but by your logic, no, we're not following Rolo.
He's voting on whoever's formal.
By your logic, it's just like. It's such a weak and dumb reason. You're saying we're distancing. I'm like, how are we distancing?
Yeah,
we were
I
never
think you were
together.
distancing yesterday.
But we were never together in the first place. We were
No,
never.
I'm pretty sure I stopped defending EGD day one. Yeah, and then after that, we called each other Mafia the whole game.
And also, EGD, you have to realize if Mafia thinks that Ian was in fact just town, he wasn't confirmed town, but he was like pseudo confirmed.
Yeah,
and the game shrinks mechanically to a point where, regardless of how you played beforehand, Mafia has to start distancing. There's
not
so
only
many
that,
unconfirmed.
but there were 5 people that were unconfirmed.
Correct.
Literally, for any one of you, you just had to pick 3 out of the 4.
Correct.
Like, that's what I was trying to say.
So the distancing thing that I was saying has very little to do with day 1 and day 2.
Yes, but I was telling you how the 3 people you picked for Mafia didn't make any sense.
The 3 people I picked?
That's the point. It can't
make perfect sense.
Because there's 5 people, right? There's 5 people for me to look at.
Right, but I was saying that you wanted to kill people outside of the confirmed Tom Rob Alloy vote when there were 2 people in it. That didn't make any sense from my perspective yesterday.
Rolo, why are you town reading CJ?
I'm not necessarily town reading. I think he's the towniest of the unconfirms.
What?
Rolo,
Okay, that's crazy.
Rolo,
No,
if
that's
day 1
so
and day 2
dumb.
don't matter, then we start on day 3. I was going against Siggy that day already on day 3.
I know you're Mafia and you're hard aligning with Optic, so it's either EGD or CJ is the last between the two. And I think
I'm hard aligning with Optic.
No, I said Siggy and Optic are hard aligning.
Okay. Rob Alloy Gilbert. If you're reading between EGD and CJ, I think CJ is coming here. He also voted on me. We should kill CJ over EGD. I also think he's more likely Rolo's partner no matter what, even in the world where he's with Optic.
Doesn't have a bigger voice.
I know you fuckers are going to vote on Rolo after he gets another good formal.
CJ talk for like a minute.
Give CJ a minute or so.
So basically, like, I'm the only one who has been the least chaotic out of the 5 unconfirmed. Like, I'm the one who's actually just trying.
You're not playing the game.
I'm trying to silently figure out
who do you think are the 3 Mafia?
Who's the kills. And that's why I thought you were Mafia Siki Wiki, because you literally lied multiple times yesterday. You lied about the beat on me. You lied about what Rolo did. You lied so many times.
I might have been wrong on what Rolo did.
You lied about what I said?
You did lie on what Rolo did because
I didn't remember what Rolo did, if I'm honest. I was kind of just talking there. But like, what did I lie about you about?
Yeah,
'Cause I'm pretty sure I
honestly,
talked.
you're just talking so that you could just get.
Yeah, I agree, because that's how you get Towner in this game.
What
You
did
talk.
Rolo call
No,
it?
you just wanted to get
Filibustering or
formal and
something?
get no votes on you.
Okay,
And
what did I lie about you, CJ? What did I lie about you? Because I don't think I lied about you.
You said that as Mafia, I never put my hands up. You were the only person.
No. I said I've seen 2 games where you didn't put your hands up at all as Mafia.
As Mafia, I always put my hands up at least at some point where I think somebody's going to die. Bob could have easily
I've seen 2
died,
games
and
where
I
you
did
didn't
not
vote
put
at
my
all.
hand out.
Okay,
As Mafia, I always put my hand up. As Mafia,
But someone gave a read why you
always dies.
wouldn't do it on Rob Alloy that day.
Carlos, to help
So
you
you can't say
reevaluate
that
on me,
read.
I don't want to kill you.
Other than that, like that's why I voted on.
So if we don't kill,
So
if we don't kill Siggy, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
EGD.
All right,
Rolo
cool.
is the only one who seems to be the most towny out of the rest of you.
So
That is
you
why
think
I
it's
would've
literally Siggy, Optic, EGB?
That is
That is all I wanted from you.
The fact that anyone think EG and I can be together is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
I
see
know,
them in
that's
Optic
kinda
World,
dumb.
and I feel like I did kind
We're
of defend
trying
him
to
too
kill
hard
each other
for
so
not
hard.
being towny as he should have been. So I
Okay,
think it's not
Rob
impossible for him.
Alloy
That's
is
why I
the
don't
only
think it's
person that
impossible for
matters
him
right
to
now.
not be now with like Rolo CJ.
Just crew us this game. I think I'm
Rob Alloy is the one that matters. Go,
I
Rob
can't
Alloy.
really hear you because EGD won't shut the fuck up.
I think looking at voting market is just gonna fuck us. I think I've looked at it too much. I'm just I think we should decide between Rolo and Siggy today.
There was like, I just want to say this
kill one
last
of them,
logic. There's like
and
3
whoever's
confirmed
alive
town
tomorrow.
now that all said there was a Mafia between Rob
Rob,
Alloy and
it's
CJ.
Okay,
and
wait,
they won.
time. Okay, yeah, kill one of them. That is obvious. But what do you think? What do you want to do?
Yes,
Who are you actually gonna vote on?
Why is it
But
more
EGD,
obvious
okay,
to
we asked
kill
you the same
me
question.
than
You just
EGD,
said
by
you
the
want to
way?
kill
Hold on, bro.
To
hold on.
I think
whoever's
you're town
down.
EGD vote
Rolo, you're
now,
not
but
gonna
like I
die.
think your gameplay is like so weird.
What the fuck?
Awkward.
Rob, I want to know who you're gonna vote on most likely, or who do you think who you leaning
EG,
towards?
why are you trying to get him to pre-vote? Like he's a confirmed town.
I want to know what his thoughts are. I want to know what his thoughts are. I
He
want
wants
to know
enough
who he's
to
leaning
vote or
towards.
not.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Like
I'm letting you know right now. No,
literally been
hold on.
like
Other than Siggy and Rolo, where confirmed there's one between them, whatever the fuck logic we think.
By the
Who
way,
else?
I actually think Ian was the medic save.
Okay.
I think that makes sense for
Who
why
that's
you
alive
guys.
today?
I want to know, Rob, right now, besides one between Rolo and fucking Siggy,
I
who
think
is
it's
Mafia?
By the way, Rob, if you think
that,
that, it's actually safer to kill outside of us because it's more of a chance to
Let
hit
Rob
Mafia.
talk. We have 2
Since
minutes.
it's- since I know you're not gonna, since I know
that
you're,
was my logic.
Siggy Wiggy, can
especially
you
since
shut
I
up?
know you're not
Rob,
going to
minute.
believe that Rolo is
I
Mafia.
think if
I'm
Ian
gonna
was
give
actually the
another
medic
good formal.
save, he made the read on optic that I agreed with in his formal that he was being too agreeable and usually is obnoxious as hell. And I said
I never had a formal, dude.
I know.
No. Ian gave an example on you.
Ian gave that example.
Rob, who do you think's in both
You think
worlds?
I'm being agreeable?
Who do you think's in both worlds? Or all worlds, I guess I should say.
I think optic is always with Siggy Wiggy.
Cool, but who is
That's
it?
a battery.
Every
That's a
world
battery.
on
He could be
Mafia.
in the world that's Rolo CJ Optic.
I am never with
Why
Optic.
doesn't he vote?
He doesn't vote. Okay, he doesn't vote because his vote
Because
doesn't
then
make
why
the
do
vote go
I?
over, right? And then I'm also hard defending him anyway, so it makes it. It's like it sets him up as in my world, and it makes it. It's beautiful distancing, right? Like it makes it perfect for me to keep pushing the world where it's Rolo, CJ, and EGD because I think that's the easy world. I think I did kind of defend him too much. I don't think he's been incredibly talented today, so I think it's not impossible that the world is Rolo, CJ Optic, and EGD could have been the town.
I formal EGD. I formal EGD.
I think that's
Second
that
EGD.
Yeah, give it to
It's
me.
Siggy and EGD. We're good.
My accusation is this. I think you've been in every fucking world of Mafia unless it's literally Siggy, Rolo, and Optic. Like, that's
Good
the
formal.
I don't see CJ with approval.
Oh my god.
You're Mafia. Like, that's my accusation. You're fucking
That's
Mafia.
the worst accusation ever. You're the worst pussy voter
Cool,
ever, Gilbert.
thanks.
Jesus Christ. Oh man. So like
Or was it enough anyways?
everything I've put on the table is like all out there. The last Siggy Wiggy formal, he should have died. He lied about a lot of things. CJ holds truth to that. I already explained what he lied about with me when
I think
he said I
Mafia's more
wasn't
likely to lie.
when he said I wasn't giving a hard stance on when I wanted to kill both Siggy and Rolo. That is
Okay.
factually incorrect. No, he refused. I
Why
want
are you
the
reading
whole 4
Rolo
minutes.
Town, EGD?
I want
Like,
the
just
whole
move
4
on from
minutes.
that.
I want the whole 4 minutes because I'm going to talk about everything because I need to remind all you motherfuckers. So he refused to answer the second half of my question. He just kept saying, no, you said names, no reason. I'm like, okay, if I talk about each person for about 30 seconds and I'm not saying anything, that's false. That's factually false. I was giving reasons on why I wanted to kill both of you yesterday. Okay? That's why. Today I'm giving a hard stance as Siggy would like. I want to kill Siggy Wiggy today. That is the only person I want to kill today. I don't want to kill Rolo today because I want to kill because the formals were so one-sided yesterday. Rolo's formal was so much better than Siggy's. Siggy was, like Rolo was saying, like filibustering, I think he said. He was filling the 4 minutes with nothing. He might as well have been breathing hard because nothing was coming out. Nothing was coming out of his mouth, literally. And the fact that, Gilbert, you think that I'm Mafia out of more than Siggy Wiggy is beyond me, and like it's just you play this game really weird. We are all giving you the benefit of the doubt and still calling you the Vigi, and we didn't kill you on the spot that day, right then and there, because you came out so weird. You should have died, in my opinion, that day. But
You
we
think
gave you
I'm
the
with
benefit.
Rolo
be
and
quiet,
CJ?
Let me talk. So you're playing. You gotta come back. You gotta say like I told to Rolo.
Attention, Rob. I hope you're paying attention.
You gotta do what I told the Rolo. Take a step back with me, brother. You gotta
Yeah,
look
you guys
at
shouldn't
it.
vote
Look
on
at
EGD
everything
here.
I'm saying. Look at
I
the
do want to say
factual
one thing.
information.
You kept saying
Look
pussy
at
vote,
the
pussy vote,
factual
pussy vote.
information.
You realize my vote was irrelevant because it was 4 people voting
No,
out
but
of 9,
still,
right?
I
By the
don't
way,
care if it's
EGD
irrelevant.
late
I mean,
voted
if
on
you
me yesterday
vote,
and
you
had
vote.
no explanation for why.
Yeah, your vote on Rolo would have put him over Gilbert.
I did late vote on Rolo. It didn't matter. But I did say before the vote went through, or before 10 seconds, that I was going to vote on you regardless. So if anybody else wanted to hammer, so that's technically not a hammer. A hammer is in surprise. Like it's a
EGD.
surprise.
Who
So
said that thing?
I said
to
I was going to
Ian?
vote. What,
Who
Rob?
said that thing to Ian yesterday?
Who said what to Ian?
Someone said, "Why didn't you vote?"
Who's fapping?
Sorry.
My bad. I was playing with my mouse. I was playing with my mouse pad,
I
dude.
didn't say that to Ian. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about
right
who
now.
said that. Do you remember?
To Ian, why didn't you vote? I don't know, not me.
EGD, besides myself and Rolo, what's your like calling it? What's your CJ and Optic? Like, who do you think is like more Mafia to you? Or, like, who do you think is Townie? Like, what do you think about their play?
I don't want to comment on that right now.
Why not?
Oh my god.
Because
you should know what their alignment is then.
I do know. I know who I would kill between the two, but I'm not gonna.
Oh, between why would you kill one between them?
The two?
Yeah.
Well, that gives you information. I don't think one of them is Mafia.
So then, who do you think's the third Mafia?
I'm not buying votes right now. I'm not gonna get voted on because I call someone Mafia. All right, I don't want to kill Rolo.
You literally lost this game.
I don't want to kill Rolo.
Yeah,
I'm leaving.
People are gonna you're dying.
I would heal
EGD is
Optic
dead.
first, but I'm not saying
Bro,
no.
I had you
Listen,
pinned,
no,
bro. I
I'm
want
not.
you to know
You guys
that,
are
dude.
idiots. Listen, for my last 20 seconds, I'm not saying I would instantly vote on Optic like I was saying on Rolo yesterday because I had pretty good reason to vote on Rolo. I would actually hear what he has to say for a full 4 minutes, and I think he actually gave a better formal than both Rolo and Siki combined. But I would actually hear what Optic has to say. I don't on Optic. I would not just cold dead vote on him right away. I'd listen.
All right, push in. Push. EGD 10 seconds.
I don't think Gilbert's gonna pussy vote right here. I think he's gonna man vote for the first time in this game, but he's gonna do it wrong.
Day one, motherfucker.
So GG. I'm sorry, town, that we lost if Gilbert votes, but hey, whatever.
If you'd like to vote on EGD, raise your hand in the camera in 3, 2, 1. Vote. Game has ended. Mafia wins. Everyone can wake up for the reveal.
Fucking.
Like, kill Optic, dude.
All right. Fantastic. We're going to go over just a couple things in this game, but first the reveal. Mafia team coming in. Powerhouse, I believe, stacked. Siggy, Rolo, Optic. Pretty good team.
So bad, Gilbert.
Kind of felt like they had an advantage going into it. Nice job. Played it pretty well. Your cop this game was Colin. Your medic this game was Limestone, and your Vigi this game was Ryan. Or not Ryan, Bayrex. I'm sorry, Bayrex. So we'll talk about a couple things. First and foremost,